Yeah, they just threw me outside, left me outside. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
I don't remember any of it. None of it.
and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
hands down, no.
So,
no.
dude, this kind of makes me want to cry a little
Yeah.
bit. You got to hit that joke or, begin it, punchline, and
Right. It's like, cut it out.
Trim the fat.
Yeah, just give us the gist. Like, if I don't need to know that you started your day off, you were feeling fine, and you decided to eat some Taco Bell, and so you were eating a Taco Bell as you were driving. Your stomach started feeling. I don't want to hear all that.
No.
I want to know. Okay, I ate some Taco Bell.
Yeah.
It fucked up myself. I shitted on myself in front of on my first date. Some
Yeah.
shit like that. It don't even have to be true.
Like, okay, I finally got my gig. You got 5 minutes. That's it. And
Right.
it's killing a dog, and you're set.
Like I gotta at the end of my set, this guy gave me $5. Like what?
What the fuck? He just gave me $5.
Well, I was
he was like, here's $5.
I have
Yeah. He's like, nobody's gonna fuck with my cane, bro. I'm like, yeah, that's true.
Like, it says I'm in a relationship too. I'm not even in a relationship.
You're like,
I'm like, this is it. Like,
let me write my will now.
what I really hate is like after a show where you ate ass, right? Like,
Yep.
and they're like, good job. Like,
Oh,
no, don't.
Yeah. After every set, you're just like, good job.
Like,
Good job, man. You did a great set. No,
I refuse.
I've always been told don't,
Yeah, I refuse.
but I really want to.
It's like you do.
Was that deep?
Yeah, it's deep,
Really? Is
man.
that deep?
Yeah, I'm about to shed a tear. Like, yeah,
Dang.
because like,
Oh yeah.
Like-
yeah, you're that's my old daddy. And you're
Like-
just sitting there like, God
what?
damn. I don't even know my daddy.
Fuck, motherfucker. I'm like,
You got time off.
I'm like, yeah, keep a while, man.
People don't know how to take a shit in a factory. Tell you what.
Oh, man, in factories they got that cheap ass toilet paper, so
There's somebody that complained that the napkins stunk.
Hey, I just work really hard,
Yeah.
I save money, just I'm not getting paid like this for comedy, no. And everyone always tells me I look like Missy Elliott. So
Really?
yeah, I've heard it like
You think it's all mental illness?
hey, that would freak me. It freaked me the fuck out. It used to do. Like I used to be afraid to go to the shower because if I go to the shower and I open up the shower curtain, Missy Elliott, boom, they loved it, and it's like
You're
okay.
like, oh shit.
I don't know. I have nothing else to follow up. Like I didn't think they, this girl is on fire, and I have them cut it off. And I was like, well, that's one way to tell everybody I have an STD.
Brianna Blackburn, comedian, stand-up,
Yes.
Grand Rapids, and where else have you performed?
I've performed. I've done shows in Muskegon. I've performed in Lansing. I've done one in Indiana. That's about as
Indiana?
far, out of Michigan that I've gone. But other than that, it's just been pretty local. So
Pretty local.
yeah.
Just how is playing or not playing. I'm a musician, so I might say
Right.
playing. But so how has it been now since you've been able to kind of get back going? Kind of more. I know like it's been in and out, spotty with being able to perform and stuff. But now it's kind of full-fledged booking. How's that going?
It's going pretty well. Actually, for the entire month of April, I'm the host at this spot that we have in Grand Rapids called the Ambrosia Theater.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so every Saturday for the month of April, I'm hosting. We have a 6 o'clock show, a 8 o'clock show, and a 10 p.m. show.
8 and 10 p.m. show?
6, 8, and 10, yes.
And what day is this again?
Saturdays.
Saturdays.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Getting the Saturday slots.
Yeah,
That's what I think a lot, is like, man, they need to get, some places need to get these comedians like those weekend gigs. You know what I mean? It's hard to bring a bunch of people out on a Tuesday.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You gotta work, and the kids are back in school and all that. Yeah.
But people still do come out. I mean, it's not like people don't, but it's just those weekends are like,
It's like,
gold.
Yeah, where you can let loose, fuck the kids and all that.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Have your time, yeah. So.
Yeah, you don't got to work the next day, so you're not worried about like this incoming hangover.
Right.
That's my thing. It's like, this is a weekday. I'll have a few, but I'm not getting sloshed. I can't. I've never been able to do that. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Can you function on a hangover?
I'm getting older. Like, I'll be 30 in a few days, so like, no. I can't.
Yeah, I just turned 30 last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I can't. So
I can't do it either. But I never could. I'd always hated puking.
Yeah. Okay.
Puking's the worst.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. I usually don't puke when I get drunk.
No,
I just get really, really, really just fucking wasted. Like, I got wasted one time so bad. I was with my cousins. We were in Detroit, and I got so wasted. I was just like, I was high and fucking drunk, and I was just fucking like just out of it, yo. And they just like threw me outside in the fucking cold just to calm me down because I was tripping.
Oh yeah, the cold. Yeah.
So they were like,
especially if there's snow, just throw them in the snow.
Yeah, they just threw me outside, just left me outside. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so I immediately was able to sober back up. Like, oh wait, come on, it's cold.
Yeah. Yeah. I've blacked out. I've like blacked out drunk like maybe twice.
Oh, okay.
Once was on like my 21st birthday, I think. 21st birthday, I was on the hood of my friend's car. My wife, picked me up. I don't remember any of it. None of it. That's the worst. It's like, I can't even remember the night when I was so. It all started with a Jaeger bomb.
Oh yeah, that will do it.
That's what he's like. Oh, we're gonna get you a Jaeger bomb now. So he did it, and I'm like, I never did one before, and that's all I remember. I remember walking past the pool table, and then we got into the car with the mugs of beer and left. That's all I remember. Oh, it's crazy. But all those good times would be had now, like I said, with the shows coming back, bars opening up. But now you got all these COVID cases surging.
It's scary. It's like, Jesus.
It's surging. Well, it's scary to me because it's, I don't want anything to happen where they're going to shut everything down again. Could you imagine that? I'd cry. I'd be like, you know what? I can't do this no more. Like, no. Especially the weather's getting nice and you want to be able to go outside and stuff. What do you do for work?
I have two jobs. I work for the city of Grand Rapids.
Okay.
I'm a security guard. And then I work part-time for my aunt and uncle's barbecue restaurant in Grand Rapids.
Okay, yeah. So restaurant too. So you're right there. It's like, and you said who owns it?
My aunt and uncle. It's called Daddy Pete's Barbecue in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're raving it up, saying it was one of the places you gotta go.
It is. Check it out. And we have vegan options because I know everyone's going vegan nowadays. So
vegan.
Yeah, we do have vegan options. Yes. So come check us out.
What do you have for like vegan? What is it?
So we do jackfruit, which is just basically fruit, but he smokes his meat, so he smokes it on the smoker.
Oh, jackfruit. Okay, yep.
And so it gives it that meat texture, sort of. So we have jackfruit. We have what do we have? Jackfruit Impossible Burgers.
Oh, okay, kind of like
Beyond Brats, vegan mac and cheese, vegan baked beans, and our green beans are vegan friendly as well. So.
Dang, I just quizzed you without even realizing it.
Glad I knew, just in case they listen to this later. Be like, you forgot?
No, I got it on lockdown.
Because I run the vegan station, so I should know. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, so there? I mean, you've seen it too. Just the struggle that comes along with the open up capacity at barely enough to survive and.
Thankfully, I've been fortunate enough, and we've been fortunate enough to still be open in business. But it just sucks for a lot of other people who haven't been, and I know people who have been struggling and stuff. So I would hate to see that happen when people are just now getting into a groove of being normal or whatever, So
So I seen just recently though that you got your second um shot for the vaccine.
Yes,
Did
I
you?
am fully vaccinated now.
I mean, you posted it on
Yes.
Facebook,
Yeah,
so I
yep,
figured it
yep.
was all right to talk about.
Yeah. I'm fully vaccinated now. Yes,
Fully
I am.
vaccinated.
Yes,
So what was your did you ever have a thought in your head about like, is this like something like, should I, or did you like ever question it or no?
Oh yeah, at first when they first started telling, I'm like, no,
Yeah.
hands down, no,
So
no.
so what made you like, what convinced you to be like, oh well, I will.
Well, that one, my grandma, she went and did it. She's 69, so she went and did it, and she was fine. That really inspired me. I'm like, well, if she can do it, and I have asthma, and I'm now that comedy's trying to get back out. I wanted to travel more, but I was afraid of catching it. So I know if I catch it and I have asthma, it will be hard for me to fight off.
Right.
So I was just like, I did my research on it. I looked into it, and I was just like, let's just do it.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I mean, I support anybody that wants to go out and get it, especially now. What is it, 16 and up now can go and get it. By the time this comes out, I think it'll probably be close to when everybody can get it.
Yeah, I think they're testing in kids now. So
yeah, they're testing it or whatever. Yeah, see that's just been my thing, is like, I'd rather wait like some years.
Right.
Like, let's get some years behind it for me, just because I don't know what's gonna happen a couple of years from now.
Right.
People would tell me like, yeah, well, or not tell me, just people, well, you smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but the proof is out. Like,
Right.
I know what's gonna fucking happen.
Right. Yeah. So
I know that I'm not gonna grow an extra limb. Not saying that's what happens, but you know what I mean. Like,
Right,
I know what that entails. I don't know
about it.
what that entails. So like, for my wife, like, we're thinking about having another kid, and it's just like, no, not gonna mess with it. And she's worked in this COVID stuff as in a nursing home for this whole thing.
Oh wow.
This whole thing. Never got it.
Wow.
Thankfully.
Yes.
Thankfully. Where's some wood? So it's like, I haven't either, thankfully, but I mean, we do the masks when we go to the store. We're not one of those,
Right.
pulling it right down. Like, but for me, like, it's been more about just respecting the other person.
And that's my whole thing. Like, don't come in somebody's, like, when I came to your house, like, I asked you, do you want me to take my shoes off? Like, it's just that common courtesy that you need to have for everyone,
Yeah, I don't understand. That's what I don't understand about it. It's like, yeah, I don't want to wear the stupid mask, but these people around me might feel different.
Exactly.
And if it's just me going in to get my groceries and I can take it off when I leave, like, that's all right.
Right.
That's all right with me. I wouldn't be surprised if they keep it as like a standard at work, like if you're sick.
Oh yeah. I mean, even
like, if you want to come to work sick, you got to wear a mask.
Yeah. And that should be the thing, and I'm fully vaccinated, so I still wear my mask, I mean, I don't, because I can still catch it,
Right.
It's just, the vaccine is just to help me fight it off.
Right.
So that's where I don't think people understand, because it was like, well, I just read an article, there was like 250 Michiganders that are fully vaccinated end up catching COVID.
Right.
And everyone's freaking out like, see, I told you. And I'm like, well, you can still catch it.
You can still get the flu.
Yeah,
Take the flu
exactly.
shot.
Like your flu. Yeah. So it's just to help your body to help fight it.
Right.
So you don't have to be in a hospital on life support or whatever, because it was really bad for some people. So
right.
That's just all it is. So
really bad for some people. But I say, hopefully just all ends soon in June, which was my prediction, and I hope my prediction comes right, but I doubt it.
Yeah, they were saying something like, if everyone was to get the vaccine by July 4th, we can, be...
Oh, July 4th?
Yeah, barbecuing and all that. I'm like, well, people are going to do that regardless, because...
I was just reading that a lot of the past pandemics that we've had, like the Spanish flu and stuff, it was like kind of wrapped up within like 18 months.
Oh, okay.
Like 18 months, and then everybody was kind of going back to normal.
Right.
And that would have been June. So I'm like, shit, these COVID cases got to go back down.
Right. Yeah. It's I think so many people traveling, and then they go to another state where you don't, they're not as strict as Michigan, where, like Florida, you go on the beach. You don't want to wear a mask on the beach, so
No.
everyone's out.
Who wants those tan lines?
Yeah.
Like, well, me. I don't want those tan lines
around your ear and everything. So everyone's
Yeah.
out there just freewheeling, and they're coming back home. Like everything's just okie dokie. Like
Yeah.
oh, I got a little sniffle. Oh, it's just allergies or something.
Right.
And then just find out it's not allergies. So
Yeah, and the Texas Rangers too. They just had a baseball game, full stadium,
dang,
full capacity,
Jesus.
dude. And honestly, I looked at it and I was like, dude, this kind of makes me want to cry a little bit
Yeah.
because it's like that's what it's supposed. That's like a whole year without. I know what could happen from it. Who know? We won't know until like a week or two from now. When all the articles are shared on. Oh my god, Texas is a mass outbreak, but like it's still like it was. It's kind of like like when I couldn't vote the first year for Obama, but when he got elected, I was like, I felt like that,
Right.
Like, oh man, like maybe there's a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing happened.
Right. Yeah.
But but that's you give them. But that's why you just give everybody a chance.
Is it? Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, well, we'll give it a chance. Hopefully, they don't have a COVID outbreak down there. But yeah. But enough about COVID. I'm just glad that shows are happening and music shows too. Are you a music fan?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What do you listen to?
Pretty much everything. I'm not into the whole metal thing, I'm
Yeah,
not-
you see all my metal
Yeah,
stuff.
so
around
I'm
here.
like-
Dude, I listen to like dance R&B on my playlist. Seriously, like I was listening to just like Joyner Lucas all day.
Yeah, see, I'm a fan of his. I like
Yeah.
I like Dave East. But I'm more like, Brian the Car Me is more like 90s vibes, R&B, so
Right.
a lot of people don't like that. Let me put on some, Da Baby or, these other artists who I don't.
Da Baby.
Yeah, I mean, I like Da Baby. He has some songs, but it's like all these other artists, like kids are.
There
like,
was some other artist with the last name Baby. I was
there's
listening.
Lil Baby too.
Oh, is that the one?
Yeah, with the hair.
With Gunna all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I don't, but I know they got songs together.
Yeah.
So
It looked like they wrote, like, because I'm just discovering people on my play. Like, when you add stuff to your playlist on
Right.
Spotify, then I'll recommend other stuff underneath of it. So I just go through all that, just trying to find cool
okay.
shit, instead of just sticking to my zone.
right, yeah.
But, yeah, it looked like they wrote like a whole album together. It was like, yeah, what is it? Lil Baby?
Lil Baby, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then Gunna. Lil Baby, Gunna, Lil Baby. I'm like, oh, okay. You guys just collaborate.
And they sound all the same to me. That's why I'm just like, what is this? I don't like this.
Yeah, so that's my thing is I like pick like 2 or 3 of the best songs and then I add them to my playlist and then I go to the next album.
Yeah.
But for metal music for me, I feel like I can listen to a whole album.
Okay.
So it feels like there's like more of a story, I guess.
Right. Yeah. Okay. It makes sense.
Like with metal to me, and then I can like listen to like the whole album to where, like I guess rap and stuff like that, or it's like I can pick like a few, and then some of them are just like I just can't get into it.
Yeah. There's only a few artists who albums I can listen. Like Drake, I could listen to a Drake album entirely.
I can't.
You can't? What?
No.
Yes, I love Drake. He just has like a song for like every mood you're in. Like whether you're
Okay.
heartbroken, whether you're in love.
But a
whether you
lot
wanna
of times I
turn
just
up.
want to like boom. I just want to hear the bass.
Right,
Like,
okay.
just boom.
And
That's what I like.
He got some hits like that too. that make you just
Yeah,
wanna
and
turn
then I'll
up.
listen to those ones. I'll add those 2-3 songs to my playlist, and I'll move along.
Yeah, that's enough Drake. All right.
Yeah, that's enough Drake. There's one with Drake and that Lil Baby.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
have that one on my playlist.
Yeah, that's like the only Little Baby
and
song.
he starts out on this weird kind of rap, like it doesn't sound like it flows at first.
Oh, my
Is that-
family didn't do it. My family didn't do it. Yeah, it's
And,
kind of like he's off beat, kind of.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, then he like brings it into beat. I'm like, okay, all right, here it is. Here's the beat. I'm like very beat oriented being a drummer.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, okay, I need to be on time.
Right.
You ever like been to a show and somebody's just way off time?
Yeah.
Even comedy.
Yeah,
There's timing
yeah,
in comedy.
It is. The timing is
Lots of timing.
Yeah.
You have to be like, you got to hit that joke or, begin it, punchline, bam.
Right. Yeah, because there's a lot of people that's like, and that's one of the things I want to work on is like my storytelling. Like I've been told that I'm a good but I just don't feel like I'm a good storyteller. So like, I'm trying to work on that. Getting more storytelling. Just like taking fake or real scenarios and just turning them into comedy, because you could turn anything into comedy.
Right.
So it's just working on that.
How long have you been doing comedy?
It'll be 2 years in August.
2 years in August.
Yes.
And so obviously, I guess I'm going to be humble for you. You still feel like there's a lot you can learn. Oh, yeah. But there's still a lot that you have learned.
Yeah, there's stuff that I have learned, and and I take that, it's just.
You want to smoke?
Oh yeah, we should. It's cool. And but I have still have a lot to learn.
So, but I'm sure you've seen lots of new comedians,
right? Yes.
Along your way.
Yes.
Would you say like timing is a big issue for comedians? Like if they're not feeling like their jokes are hitting, would you think that's one of the things like a lot of people need to work on, or?
That timing, yes.
Or what would you think is the number one thing for a comedian just starting out? I know we've been doing this for 2 years, but that's 2 years is a long time.
Right.
You're going on stage a lot. There's
right.
a lot of comedy shows.
Right.
Because they're all during the week.
Right. Yeah, right.
You got a nice Saturday slot I'm going. And I'm sure there's more places to do Saturdays. But there's lots of comedy shows. You could gig all week.
Right. Yeah.
If you wanted to drive around, you could gig all week.
Yeah. You can if you put in that time.
That's a lot of shows where I'm playing in a band. It's like you're struggling to get on a show.
Right.
It's like, so it's maybe a couple times a month. But what would you say would be like?
A lot of new.
Like if you're new, you're getting on stage, you want to.
Timing, yes, and also like because a lot of people they storytell, and which is fine, but if you're just telling a story and there's like nothing making me laugh, it's like, okay, when is this guy gonna shut the hell up?
Right.
So it's like
too long of a story.
Yeah, it's like cut it out.
Trim the fat.
Yeah, just give us the gist. Like if you want to tell us, okay, I shitted on myself. I don't need just get to what you ate. Oh my, and boom, there's your punchline. I don't need to know that you started your day off, you were feeling fine, and you decided to eat some Taco Bell, and so you were eating a Taco Bell as you were driving. Your stomach started feeling. I don't want to hear all that.
No,
I want to know. Okay, I ate some Taco Bell.
Yeah.
It fucked up myself. I shitted on myself in front of on my first date. Shit like that. It don't even have to be true.
Yeah, right.
So take that, and then a confidence, which is something that I need to work on too. Getting on stage, I know it's kind of nerve-wracking being new and then trying new jokes, but if you have the confidence, if you believe you're funny,
nerves are good.
Yeah.
If you don't have nerves, like I was nervous before you got here.
Oh yeah. Oh, no.
I'm nervous before every podcast.
Yeah, see, and that's how I should feel before every show. I'm like just so nervous. But it's like you've done this before, but it's just like okay,
but it's like
it's different. Like, is this joke gonna hit with this crowd like it did? And you have to know your crowd as well. So like, don't go to a show where it's old people and you're making jokes about fucking killing dogs or But I've seen that happen, and it just makes the crowd uneasy. So you have to know your crowd,
right?
So and know what they want to hear.
But you might be one of those comedians though in that instance where you're like, okay, I finally got my gig. You got 5 minutes. That's it. And it's killing a dog and you're set. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's no fat to trim. Now you just gotta go out there and be like, well, here it goes. We'll see how they take this.
So I killed a dog on the way. Like, yeah, no.
Yeah. But you're probably gonna have those shows. I'm sure you've had to have had those shows where you're just up there and you're like, getting my shit.
Yeah, it's been
this
like
crowd is not my crowd.
Even though they're like, ha chocolate, but like
the pity laugh.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, don't give me that. Like, just be honest. The shit wasn't funny. If you don't want to see me again, but those are the shows where they asked me to come back. Like I did so
You're like, huh?
yeah, that's what I'm like, what? Really? I felt like I fucking bombed. Like,
Right.
but those are the shows where they asked me to come back. So I'm like, oh, okay, then, well, I'll come back. Like, and then, like, which is a good thing for me because, okay, now they seen it, they seen what they like. Well, how can I be better?
Right.
So I want to keep, obviously, they like me, so I just need to be better. So that gives me a little inspiration.
That goes to the old adage too, like when you're playing a show musically or you're performing comedy, you have to, every time you go on stage, it shouldn't matter how many people are in the crowd. If they're leaving during your set, you're still performing for that venue.
Right.
And they're watching you.
Right.
If they like what they see, they can, if you're at a good place.
Right.
You don't have some junk person running there or whatever. They don't care. But somebody that's looking, for talent, they will see your set and be like, this just wasn't her crowd.
Right. Yeah. And
that was a great set.
And I think this is what one of those situations was. Like, it was like, it wasn't my crowd, but I was able to keep them engaged. I mean, I got laughs, but to me, it felt like I could have been better. But, like I gotta, like at the end of my set, this guy gave me $5. Like what
the fuck? He just gave you $5.
Well, I was
He's like, here's $5.
I had on a hoodie. I had on a hoodie that said "Support Black Colleges," and the crowd was, majority white. And so I get up there with this hoodie on, this black girl coming up with this fucking hoodie that says "Support Black Colleges," and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna ask you to donate to the United Negro College Fund, but
that's what you said.
So I tell them that off the bat, they start laughing. I'm like, well, you can donate to the Brianna Blackburn Broke as Hell Fund.
Yeah, there you go.
So I get stopped talking. The guy gets, here you go, $5. I was like, oh, okay, well, thank you. Like,
thanks.
Yeah. It's cool when you get shit like that, they give me free weed, and I get weed all the time. Like, here you go, just free weed. I'm like, oh, shit, okay, I'll take it.
Really? Just like free weed, just give you some weed.
Yeah, I had one guy buy me a drink in the middle of my set. He was like, what are you drinking?
That's what I liked. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well.
We would get that occasionally. Somebody buy us around.
So
I'm like, that's cool. We had a guy. We were just at a show. I think it was the Slayer show at Van Andel Arena, and my buddy, he was using a cane at the time because he was still getting over an accident. So we put the joints inside of his cane.
Oh, Jesus. Well, that's smart.
Yeah. He's like, nobody's gonna fuck with my cane, bro. I'm like, yeah, that's true. And then so we get sitting down, he pops them out, and we spark the joint. And then there's a guy behind us. He's like, hey, at every concert, can I hit that?
Right, yeah.
We're like, sure, whatever. It was just him and his wife. So they hit it. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I don't know what it was, like squeaking or something.
That was weird. Oh man, Rich! If Rich was here, he'd be hitting that soundboard right now. Anyways, so he hits it, and then he buys us a round of beers for it.
Oh, nice.
And at a concert, those are like $10 a piece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he spent like
especially
$20.
Van Andel expensive.
Oh, it was. Oh, it was. We had already had a couple. I'm like, shit. I'm like, damn, man.
Drink slow.
Drink slow, bro. Dude. And then he bought us. I was like, damn, he just paid $20 for half a joint. A quarter of a joint. There was 4 of us on that bitch.
Damn.
But, I don't know. You got a little extra cash. I'm at a show, so I don't have no weed. Somebody busts out that joint, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
$20, bro. I'll fucking let me get in.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. That's how places get you. Like, if you're like a tourist or something, you're in the area, you flew there, you couldn't bring nothing with you. You're like, fuck
yeah.
Hey, can you find me some weed or something?
Right,
like,
yeah.
you fucking paying like $80 for an eighth or some shit just to have
try to get
it.
you, yeah. That's why.
But I'm that motherfucker that's gonna pay for it because I don't know anybody else around. Like, I can't tell them to fuck off. Well, fuck, I'll get somewhere else. I just walk away kicking rocks with my hands in my pockets.
Fuck you, like shit. Well, second thought. Like, how do you go back to that? Like,
Yeah, how do you go back? There is no going back.
but yeah, I knew you'd be back.
Yeah, now it's 100. That's happening for sure. You've traveled a lot?
No, I haven't, because my first year,
Are you from New York?
New York. No, I'm from Grand Rapids.
Why does your profile say you're from Bronx, New York? Mind you, it's the first time we met.
Oh my God, I've had that Facebook page since I graduated high school. And I was just
still haven't updated that some bitch.
and I just been a nerd. Like like it says I'm in a relationship too. I'm not even in a relationship. I just think I did that. I know I did that. I was going through a breakup, and I think I just did that because my, how only exes, stalk your page or whatever. I just did that to say, look, yeah, bitch, I moved on. Like, fuck off. Like, what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But no, I'm not in a relationship.
So then, where were you born in?
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Okay, born and raised in Grand Rapids. But you haven't done a lot of traveling?
No, which is something I really, really want to do now.
Yeah.
Especially since now I'm fully vaccinated.
Right.
So now
shouldn't
I
have
can
no
really,
problems.
Right.
You got your ID card.
Yep. So.
Oh
yeah, I'm holding that shit like what?
Pulling out. There you go.
Like, don't fuck with me.
Don't fuck with me, man. I got my card. I'm good. Yeah. I didn't really either. Last year, well, no, it was probably 2 years ago. We drove through to New York. We didn't, not New York, just New York State.
Right.
And it was like, then we went up to see Niagara Falls.
Oh, okay.
And then kind of came back down, stopped at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, okay.
And then came back, and then we went to Minnesota last year, but we just drove to Minnesota, and then we backpacked, hiked a fucking big, long trail. We had everything on our backs.
Nice.
That was epic. And then drove back. Other than that, I haven't really been much else. Anywhere else really. It's like, check it out. I drove through like places to get there.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I went to
I want to travel though too.
Yeah, and that's what I want to do too, to find other spots. Like last year, even though we was in a pandemic, I did go to a few places. Like, but it was just on some business type stuff, Like I went to Florida. I had to help my cousin move out of her dorm. She went to Florida, school in Florida there. And then I went to Baltimore with a friend. He had some business to take out of there, so he just wanted me to come along. So
right.
I was doing that, which is like scary because it was right when everything started shutting down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's just like I'm freaking out because like when I came back from Florida, like the weather there, then coming back to Michigan, it was like, oh my God, my nose started getting all.
And you're like,
I'm like, this is it. Like,
let me write my will now.
Like, this is it. Like, joke's over. Like,
joke's over, bro. Like, I'm done with this, man. Do I have it or not? There's like no testing sites yet.
But no, yeah, I know. I had to go to I went to my. Where did I go first? Yeah, I had to call around and make an appointment and go through the drive-through. They did the thing. Yeah. But they got every test I did was negative. So.
Oh. Yeah. Mine too. So far.
Yeah.
So I've had to go because my work. If you're having a certain number of symptoms, like they might as well just put, if you have allergies, please don't come to work.
And that's what it was. It was just like a real bad sinus infection. So, like, ooh, thankfully.
But my work has like diarrhea, all that stuff on there. And I'm like, diarrhea? Diarrhea is associated with COVID? I mean, dang. I'm like, you could pretty much call in for anything and like get paid.
And that's probably what people are doing. But
it's not fired for it.
Yeah, because it's not worth it going to get the test. That test is uncomfortable. Like sticking that shit up in your.
Yeah. Well, see, I've had it done 3 times for work. The first time wasn't. It was like a medium. Like I was like, oh, that wasn't that bad. Okay. The next time I went, he like barely stuck it in there. It was like just right at my nose. I'm like, okay, are you gonna get anything from this? My nose hair follicle. That's where we're at here. And then the last time though, yeah, she stuck it way up there. I was like, it made me cough, and I was like, sorry, I just coughed. I might have COVID. I know you got all the PPE on, but still, like she stuck it in. I was just immediately like, ugh. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, mine made me cry and shit like
Yeah,
that.
I did. I was crying too. I had the, plus I wasn't, obviously I wasn't feeling well. So my eyes were already kind of watering and shit. I'm like, dude, this sucks. Yeah. COVID tests, they're no joke, man. They're no joke. So, oh yeah, did you have any side effects from the vaccine? Which one did you get?
I got the Pfizer.
You got the Pfizer one?
Yeah.
So that was the original one that they rolled out.
Yeah. So I think so my first shot.
I know I said we weren't going to talk about COVID again, but I wanted to ask this question.
The first shot when I got it, only side effect was my arm was sore where I got the shot at, and then I had a fucking major fucking headache.
Did you?
Yeah, for a couple of days it was terrible, but after that it was fine. Second shot, arm sore again, and I just felt crummy, dude. Like the next day I woke up to go work at the restaurant. I'm like, yeah, I can't come in today. And they told me that, they were saying you're not gonna feel good the next day, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I'm a pretty tough chick, whatever.
Right.
I couldn't even get out of bed. I was just staring at my alarm going off. Like why are you going off right now?
Ooh. But was it pukey symptoms, or
No,
was it
just,
symptoms
tired?
Oh, just so
I was
tired.
just tired,
Really?
and I'm like, I mean, I work, quite a bit, but not to the point where I should be this tired.
Yeah. So just fatigue.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, this is the side effect. Because I'm like,
Really?
if I'm this tired, I need to go because I'm probably I was dehydrated a little bit
And
too.
this is after you're waking up for your alarm. Like you've slept, and then you're waking up, and you're like,
light it again.
and you slept, and you're like, I am so tired.
Yeah.
I've never felt that before. That would be a strange feeling.
Yeah,
just
and it was
waking
me
up, and you're
too.
like,
Usually when that happens to me, I'm sick. That's when it's like, yeah, you're sick. My
Right.
body's telling me I'm sick,
but
I
you didn't
know.
feel like sinuses and all
no,
that. You
and
didn't
then-
feel like you're coughing, no
No.
puking. You just felt tired.
Yeah.
The tiredness. That's a
And
strange.
they was telling me that it was right there. They was like, yeah, you're gonna feel a little tired.
I mean, I've definitely felt tired. I've felt fatigue. I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, I got a desk job and I don't
Right, yeah.
work at all. Never been fatigued.
No. This is you don't want to be bothered. You don't want to do nothing.
Yeah.
I called in. I shut my phone off and I just slept. Just slept the whole day away.
Jeez. It's rough. I just hate being sick, though.
Yeah, me too. It makes me miserable.
Oh, I'm a big baby.
I am too, and I'm so mean. And this is not me. I just don't feel well.
It's like I tell my wife too. It's like, I'm sorry. That's my drawback with me. I guess I am a baby. Some people just be like, yeah, I'm going to work. Yeah, just hawking loogies everywhere or whatever they're doing. Just no, sickness ain't keeping me down. Gotta get that
Gotta get that
paycheck,
money.
bud. Yeah. I'm just like, man, fuck you. I'd rather just recover and then go back. I guess if you're that strapped for cash,
You gotta do what you gotta do.
you got to do what you got to do. But I was like, I can afford a day off.
Right.
I got some vacation time. I'm good. Good on all that. Except I don't want to use up all my good vacation time,
Right.
sick time.
And it's getting nice out.
Yeah. And use it up. No, I don't want to use that. I wonder if they're still doing that sick day thing. I remember they came out with that last year or something during the COVID. How you get a mandatory week of sick days or something. Like every company has to give you
Oh wow.
sick
If
days.
you have if you have to go get a test or something done.
No, it was just in general. I don't know if everyone had to be paid, but they had to be excused.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
So what my company did was just so 5 of your vacation days now are part of that 6. They're part
Damn.
of that 5.
Damn.
What?
For
I mean,
some-
we still get paid, but
Right.
but it's still there. I'm like, oh, we all thought we were gonna get an extra
Yeah.
5 days, and they're just like, no.
See, they always gotta find a little loophole around it.
Everybody always does. There's loopholes for everything.
Too good to be true.
Yes. So we fucking got off track of what we were originally talking about. Because I said we weren't going to get into COVID, and then we got back into COVID. But I think it was something along the lines of fucking the new people coming into comedy. And
Oh
stuff.
yeah. You can finish that out.
Yeah. and what they could work on, you know.
I mean, everybody is different, and and I wish everyone the best because it's not easy. Oh, Eyeglass Rose calling me. My contacts must be ready.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, everyone is different, and it's a journey for everyone. So, yeah, I just noticed some things, and then if I talk to them, I give them my advice, and then they give me.
How are comedians
their
with
advice.
that?
Some are really good with it.
Are they like receptive?
Like
or like some are just like, fuck you.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's some like that, but it's some like what I really hate is like after a show where you ate ass, right? Like,
Yep.
And they're like, "Good job." Like,
no,
don't do that. To me. Like, don't.
No, just when I clock back here, just tell me I fucking ate shit.
Yeah, like
be
or like
real,
critique.
be
Yes,
real with
critique me. Yeah. So, but again, it's kind of like it's just one of those encouraging things at the same time too. So it's like a win-win, or lose-lose situation because it's like, okay, you be honest or be encouraging.
Or just like when you walk back, just be like, fuck that crowd, man.
Yeah,
that was a good set.
Yeah, man, yeah. Fuck what they talking about.
Yeah, right? Not just like, good job, man. Good job. I hate it. That's
Got 0 laughs.
the standard for a gig was for me was nice set, bro.
Yeah.
that nice set, bro. I'm like, cool, thanks. Like I've heard that from every other musician ever. Good set, bro.
Yeah.
Like that was like, it's like the oh shit, they're coming near me. I have to say something. Good set, bro.
Yeah. And then sometimes it is a good set. Sometimes it is just a bad crowd. Like
that's what we were saying earlier. It's like just not your crowd.
Right, yeah. So sometimes it legit just be the crowd. Like they're just full of assholes. Like like why are you at a comedy show if you're not going to laugh?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. You gotta. I don't know. I guess you could have had like a bad day, and then like you're like, I still have these. I'm still gonna go to the show.
Yeah.
I don't know. How can you not be like in a good mood?
Sometimes shit just happens.
Whenever I've gone to a comedy show, I'm just like, I'm just like ready to laugh.
Right.
I'm so ready. You know what I mean? And I got a loud laugh, and it's just like, I'm just ready. I'm just fucking ready. Especially when we went to the Fox Theater and seen Joe Rogan.
Oh, okay.
Like, I was like a huge fan, and I'm just like, yes, let's go see it. And I'm just ready to laugh. All the openers and stuff. But I hate it though. Going back to like beer and everything, buying beer, that you go back there, you fucking can miss a whole set.
Yeah, you hear the crowd laughing as you're walking back. You're like, shit,
man, you're still in line. Like
that's how it is with movies as well. Like, no, I'm not getting no refills, nothing.
Oh, at movies?
Yeah.
Well, generally it's kind of empty though, isn't it? Unless there's like a premiere starting.
A good movie that just came out or some shit. Yeah. Wow.
I don't know. I always went to the movie theater like late at night. So it was like 10,
Still be kids out on this shit. Like,
huh?
Still be kids, like little kids and shit out. Well, it depends
That's
on
what
the day
we were.
too.
We were like 12 and stuff.
Okay.
We want to go to like, the really late one. They're like, you're not going to the midnight ones. You can go at 10. I'm like, all right, it's still dark, so it's cool. So, yeah, like. Well, I thought Rich would be here by now, but apparently he's got a really, really long meeting. Because this is annoying trying to control this and like stay on task.
Right.
And I'm like, that's why I left it on room cam.
Oh, okay.
For a little while. But yeah, that's what I forgot. My train of thought with the movie theater.
Oh.
You forgot too.
Yeah.
God damn it. You gotta help me out.
I don't know. I think he did want to say you wanted to get into like the paranormal stuff, whatever. Stuff. Yeah. So
yes, I do.
We wanted to get into that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. But I wanted to wait for him to be here.
Wow.
He's into that stuff too. But fuck him. Fuck Rich.
You can just piggyback when he gets here.
Yeah, he can piggyback. But yeah, I did. And that was funny because we were hearing that sound earlier. I'm like, what the hell is that? Cause I've had some shit happen here. I don't even think I really even talked about it on here. Maybe once or something. Most of the time I ask the question, they answer it, but then I don't get the, well, what have you seen or whatever. Because I just try to move it along. But might as well. But because last night we were even sitting down here, me and my wife were both down here, both kids are in bed. And what I'll hear is like kind of like walking or rustling around like upstairs. And it's not our cat. Because we'll walk up and the cat will still be in our bed. Because it's like literally in the bed. It broke a hole through the box spring and it like hides in the.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Jeez.
My cat is really antisocial.
Jesus.
Like if you ever came across my cat, that would be a miracle.
Dang. Like you mentioned a cat, I wouldn't even never thought you had a cat.
Yeah, no, especially not down here. She's like scared to come down here or like outside too. I don't know. She's just like, ever since we had kids, now we're on a rant about my cat. Ever since we had kids though, like she's like, just nope. Just my daughter is 4 and she's still not cool with them.
Wow, that's crazy. Was she like a rescue cat or just?
We did rescue her, but she was like a kitten, like a little baby.
Right.
So I think she was like maybe 6 months old at the time.
Maybe she's jealous or something. I don't know. Could be. I feel like you can vibe off shit like that.
I mean, I could see that.
Yeah.
You know, because definitely, especially when we had the first one, tension went more away from her to like, oh my God, new baby.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Weird.
It is weird. But you know it's not the cat because she's like embedded in the box spring.
Right.
And yeah, that's what we'll hear is like just like jostling like around. And like I'll go upstairs sometimes and like everybody's sleeping and I'm like, who the hell is walking around up here? It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
That's weird shit.
It is.
I've thought about just setting up my camera because it actually has infrared or the night vision on it and just like set it up. Just like
see what you fucking see. Dude,
Yeah.
That'd be fucking scary, bro.
Yeah,
like,
right?
Just see it. So, like, we gotta move immediately.
So that's what you are. Is like if there's something happening in your house, like I'm out.
Yeah, that I'm out. This your house now.
Does that ever happen where you're like, I'm out of here?
Nah, not where I'm at now. Like when I was with my mom's, it was like some freaky shit going on. And I don't know. It's just like I think it's like a ghost or a spirit or something following my mom because
You think so?
I think so because
That happens.
I remember being younger and when we lived with my my sister's father, we lived with him. And my mom would always, say that there was a man or something in that house and she would talk to him and shit. And I'm just like, okay, that would freak me. It freaked me the fuck out. It used to like, I used to be afraid to go to the shower because if I go to the shower and I open up the shower curtain, he's there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the worst because you can't see out of the shower curtain. You're like behind this curtain. You don't know what's out there.
And I just open it. He's like there sitting on the toilet some shit. So I'm like freaking out. It freaked me the fuck out.
You're the most vulnerable too when you're in the shower.
Yeah, and then I was young too, like
So it
12
adds
and
to
shit.
it.
Yeah, so I'm like, that's freaking me out, Mom. I was saying shit like that, like. But she was adamant that she's seen this man, and so fast forward to, like, I don't know, I'm older now, few years. We move into this new house, whatever. Me, my mom, my brother, and sister. And like weird shit just started happening. Like we go in the basement and we just see like a drawing on the fucking wall.
Really?
Yeah. Like
Really?
it was just a drawing on the fucking wall. It was like, what the fuck? Like
the
my mom, we're grown adults,
Who the hell
like
would
we're like,
put
who the
that
fuck
there?
is I'm like, okay,
That's
Mom,
weird.
you fucking around, dude. Like I'm just convinced she's fucking around. But no, I would hear shit throughout the house and stuff. Like I would feel cold chills and shit. Like I think so, but since I moved from my mom, I haven't.
Was this in Grand Rapids too?
Yeah, I haven't had any of that, like at
And
all.
they're still there.
At my mom's probably, but I'm at my grandma's, so
I'm the hell out of
I
there.
fucking hell no, I can't do
No,
this.
but do they still live there though?
I would think so because she will always say, I think there's someone like downstairs in the house or something. And I'm like, Mom, yeah, you need to have a conversation with them before I come over because, like,
You gotta have a conversation. Get something.
like let them, like, tell them,
Have
this,
Zach
this
Bagans
your
come
house,
here from Ghost
tell,
Adventures.
Tell them to stay downstairs. It's your house, charge them rent or something, I'm not coming over
Charge
there.
my house
Oh,
like,
I'm not-
with electricity. Come on.
I'm not coming over. Then my mom's crazy too. So, but
Oh,
yeah,
got a crazy mom.
yeah, but I feel like there's there's something there, or it's following her. There's something with her.
Yeah, that following thing. I mean,
Yeah. Oh,
who
fucking shit. The last thing that happened when I was staying with my mom, sleep in the bed, dude. Like blankets off of me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel this cold fucking chill. Right. Fucking blanket comes over me, and it feels like someone is like hugging me. Like when a mother would tuck their child in.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh man, my mom's tucking me in.
Yeah. That's weird.
My mom's not tucking me in. I hear her
Yeah.
snoring in her room, and I hear my sister snoring in her room.
You had your eyes closed this whole
Yeah,
time?
I kept my eyes closed
Yeah.
because I'm like, okay,
You're like,
my mom. But then I hear my mom snoring. I'm like, damn, she's fast, or I'm fucking tripping. Like,
What is going on here?
what the fuck? So after that, like, I keep telling them the story. They don't believe me. I'm like, dude, that fucking happened. Like,
Yeah.
it felt like someone was hugging me.
Right.
And like, but I wasn't scared, if that makes sense. Like I was scared because it's like, what the fuck? But I wasn't scared that I was going to be harmed or anything.
Right.
Like I felt safe. So maybe it's a good spirit following my mom.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it could be either. Yeah, but that's still scary.
It freaks me out. Like
just
now I don't
to-
sleep with the blanket off of me. I sleep with the blanket on.
Really, just because of that.
because of that.
Really.
Yeah.
Dang.
Even if it's
Scarred
hot,
you.
I got the windows open. I got whatever.
I can't sleep without a blanket though.
So,
either.
yeah, it's comfortable. Yeah.
It is comfortable, but I was always like that, like as a kid too. Like, my bed was in the corner of the room, and I'd sleep with my back at the corner, so I could like see the whole room.
Oh.
So you got that you're trying to fall asleep, and then you're just like,
Yeah.
all right, there's nothing there.
And I have the fucking attic in my room where I'm at now, so I
Oh,
hear any
yeah.
fucking thing. I'm like, the last time we had a couple of bats in the house, so
Did you?
yeah, that shit freaked me the fuck out. Like I just see the bitch flying in my room. Like, what the fuck is this? Like freaking me up. Like, what the fuck? Like, grandma, she was like, oh yeah, I sometimes get bats. Like, you didn't want to tell me this before I moved in, like,
Right.
because I would have not moved in.
No.
Jeez, I would hear them crawling and shit, like in my room, like crawling in my closet, and I just wake up like, oh shit, like what the fuck? Like they're fucking creepy, dude.
Yeah, bats too. Yeah, I remember there was a bat in my uncle's house when we were staying the night there, and it was flying around.
Yeah, they're fucking.
And it comes in there with a tennis racket, like, trying to knock it down because we were all scared and
Right.
couldn't get it out of the
I couldn't
house.
catch him. We did get one of them to I swatted him out of the house. We were able to
Yeah.
get him out. But the other one, he had just disappeared, but we found him. He was dead
Really?
in our windowsill. Like inside of the window, just dead right there in the window.
Oh.
It was like, damn, like how the fuck?
Like, did you get trapped
Yeah, I
in there,
think we
maybe?
got trapped.
Oh, damn.
And we didn't see him till like after the winter,
That'd be
when-
fucking...
It was
be like, you like,
creepy.
whoa!
Yeah, my grandma was like, I was cleaning the window, and she's like, I seen him right in the fucking window.
And you're like, you
Yeah,
know,
he's
because
in
it's
there.
probably like still looks like a bat.
yeah, it's
You
still
know.
in there.
That's creepy.
It is.
Dude, fun fact too, I've never looked in my attic.
Yeah. I haven't been up there in a while either. Like, she's been in that house for a long time.
Dude, I'm curious now because I brought this up before, and I'm like, I've never looked in my attic. Like
you should do it and film it. That'd be pretty dope.
Film it?
Yeah.
Just film it.
Just film it, like,
make
just
like
in
some bunch
case.
of
Yeah,
intense
just, like,
music behind it.
Just in case something happens. Make that your next podcast. Like, we're going to explore my attic. Like,
Then I just go sit up there and just talk to like whoever might be up there.
you might find someone.
Set all this shit up there. Have an empty seat.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah.
So, what's your name?
And then you catch something.
Ooh, like,
Yeah, that's when it gets freaky because then you catch something.
then you
and
just
you're
like, yeah,
wait a minute.
we have to move. Like,
You said what's your name, and then all I heard was Charles or something.
fucking get a Ouija board or some shit. Like, do you
Oh,
believe in
yeah,
those
they-
things? Do you fuck with those?
Ouija boards?
Yeah.
I never have.
Yeah, me either.
No.
I refuse.
I've always been told don't,
Yeah, I refuse.
but I really want to.
It's like you do, but you know
I
it's
really
like
want to.
don't like.
Yeah, but I really want to. Yeah, well, you gotta like, I don't know. I listen to like Grave Talks type podcast is what it's called.
Okay.
Grave Talks, and it's like a bunch of like paranormal stuff, and he has like people come on that talk about their experiences or haunted houses and stuff like that, or they'll talk about Ouija boards and shit. I mean, you just gotta know what you're doing, you know,
Right.
and kind of say the right things to close out your little session, and
Right. Oh,
you know,
yeah.
a lot of people just like do it, and then they're just like, and then they're done. They don't realize what they might be opening up.
Yeah, I seen this one chick I used to have a crush on, and I seen what her pictures online. She was fucking playing with a Ouija board. I was like, what the fuck?
Whoa.
Like, yeah, no. I was like, is she casting some kind of spell on me? Like,
Never mind.
like on second thought, I like her sister better. Like, let's just go.
Let's go with that one. Thank you.
Freak me out. I was like, what the fuck? Like, ugh. Like, don't know.
No, it's terrible. So
But do you believe in like psychics and shit, like mediums and that type of shit?
yeah, I do.
'Cause
I
I have a-
I believe it, but it's hard to like. I don't. So like it from I believe it, but a lot of the people that like you meet or like even that you'll hear, like, dude, I'll be listening to a podcast and I'll hear somebody talking about all this kinds of stuff, and I just hear their voice and I'm like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like you sound like you're sitting like on your porch,
Right.
and you got like just a Virginia Slim and a fucking Bud Light, and your fucking dogs
In the
yapping
back,
in the
yeah.
background, and I'm just like, I want to believe you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, yeah, I do believe it though.
Right.
And when on that New York trip that I told you about when we went to Niagara Falls, where we went to was Lilydale. And Lilydale is basically like a society, or like it's basically a mini village
Oh wow.
of all psychics.
Oh wow.
That's-
Holy shit.
They all live in Lilydale. Like this has been something that was made like a long time ago as a place for them or whatever.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and they like there's like a hotel on the property, and they rent out like a couple of like the houses and stuff. Like they're small, but they're right on a lake. And then there's a hotel right outside of it. That's the one that's supposed to be could be like haunted or whatever. So
Oh,
we stayed in that
wow.
one. We didn't hear or see anything, but we stayed in that one. And it's just right outside of the Lilydale Assembly is what it's called.
Okay.
So yeah, you look that up, man. It's like there's so all of it. They're all psychics and stuff.
Dang,
That's what they
that's
do.
crazy.
Yeah. So that's where we went. We stayed there for like 3 days because my wife is really into that stuff.
Yeah, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I have a girl I know that I went to school with. She's a medium, and like I want to get a reading done from her, you know, but I'm like nervous to like, okay, maybe she'll tell me some shit that I don't want to hear, but I need to hear. Or maybe is she just gonna BS with me, like knowing that I'm a comedian and tell me some shit like, oh yeah, you're gonna
Right.
do this, you're gonna, you know,
You're try
Yeah.
to predict your future.
Yeah,
I don't
type
want to
shit.
hear that shit.
yeah. No,
Like
yeah,
I mean, maybe like some nuggets, but I don't want you to tell me, yeah, I'm gonna be like something.
yeah, you know,
successful.
and that's the like, is it bullshit? But I'm just curious to like, not saying that she's like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I have much respect for her, so I'm not saying that she's like that, but that's just my fear.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've had a reading done too it was in Kalamazoo, it was some expo. And I went there, and immediately when I sat down, she's like, okay, there's somebody here, like, must have been like your friend or something that passed away. And I had just had like my best friend, one of my best friends, like passed away. I was like, you fucking ass.
Jesus.
I was like, jeez.
See, that's
How the
see, that would freak me out and interest me at the same time.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So it goes on telling me some other stuff and whatever. I'm just like, really?
wow.
As soon as I sit down,
Wow, now I'm gonna book a reading with her. I have to.
yeah,
And
you should.
And she does it like you could do
I
it
mean,
in person.
that's what I mean. If you
on
can,
the phone.
and this was somebody that I had my wife was like, you should get one. And I'm like, I don't know, you can, what am I at? Okay. You can, do it. It's your, this is more your thing.
Right.
We'll spend the money on it for you. And then we put our names in. They had like raffles and stuff at the, when you came in.
Mm-hmm.
And then my name got called. So I won a free reading.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
She's like, see, you should. So like, okay, so I did. And then that happened. So, I mean, that was somebody, like, obviously, like, I don't trust them. Like, I didn't walk up and be like, yeah, I trust you. Like, and that happened. So, I mean, even if it's somebody, like, yeah, like, that you trust even, like, yeah, I would. Why not?
Yeah, I'm going to do one. I think I'm going to do, like, before I do an in-person one, because you can do it, like, email, in person, or on the phone. So, maybe I will do on the phone. Just
on
to
the phone.
see.
See, I don't know. We're actually... well, when this podcast comes out, it'll already be over. But we're doing one tomorrow night. Me and my wife. She's been listening to this person's podcast. Listened to basically all of them, so she's all caught up, and wanted to do like a couples type thing, a reading thing with her. So I was like, okay, so we're gonna do that. It's gonna be virtual.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, and I was just like, I don't know, like you're not there,
See,
like. I know if that realm and all that's supposed to exist, location really shouldn't matter. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Right. You shouldn't have to be right there by them.
Right.
But to me, it seems like, I don't know, like, don't you I guess maybe you don't, you're saying doing a phone, but I'm like, don't you think you should be like kind of more in person for something like this? But
I just wanted like to see what it is like before I go in person, like probably like what to expect.
Right.
Like to tell me that, and then go in person and be
tell me that.
Yeah, like it did be a because like I feel like if I do it, like it would be different readings because like unless I if I spread them out apart, you know what I'm saying, do one now and then do one like 6-7 months later.
Right.
And he's like, because you obviously done been through some things, so then you get a different reading then. So I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe I should do it in person because, like, I haven't seen her in years. Like, we went to school. Like, I'm 3 years older, and I haven't seen her in years. Like, I always thought she hated me, like, for some reason.
So you said you're 3 years older?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm 3 years older than her. So when I was graduating, she was just a freshman.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you should. So. I think you should do it in person.
Like, yeah.
I think so. Shoot, mine was. And I was like, oh, whatever, we're here, one in Rome or whatever the hell. What is it? Yeah, that's right.
See, I'm not going to say too much because, like, once we share this podcast, if she listens to the podcast, be like,
she's going to be like, ah!
Oh, yeah, okay, we'll see. Like, but I don't want to.
We'll see.
Yeah, I don't want to give too much of myself because, I don't know, because I'm still skeptical, like, it's bullshit, but she's someone like I feel like I can trust.
Right.
Even like I feel like it's bullshit, what they do, but like it's different. Her, it's like someone I feel like I can trust. Like she was put to me for some reason.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I always thought she hated me, but she sent me a friend request like a few days ago. I'm like, this like
yeah, what?
Like, I legit thought she always hated me, but so
this was just a few days ago.
Yeah, a few days ago. Just sent me a friend request. Like,
so this is all fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I should do it in person.
I think you should.
It would be interesting.
I really do.
Yeah. So I'm gonna book that and do it in person.
Dude, it's like way better in person.
Yeah.
Because then they're gonna have like the little tissue box there.
Yeah. So see, I wanted to be.
They provide it for you. Dude, they got it all set up, man.
Oh,
Suits you well, man. So I have little candles.
Set the mood, all right? Like, okay.
Got the incense.
And then I'll just go in there, just be so.
You're gonna be like, what the hell am I here for?
Yeah, like, can you blow those out? I have asthma. Like,
do you need that blown out?
Like, no, you're fine. That's like, you had like a bunch of candles. Like,
yeah.
I went to this African lady, dude. I was like to buy some African soap, whatever it is. She was trying to sell me
to
incense.
buy some African stuff.
Yeah, like So, like, she was trying to sell me incense, and she just started lighting a bunch of fucking incense. I'm like, ma'am, can you please stop? I have asthma. Like, why are you lighting six
So many
incenses?
scents.
Like, yes, like, stop. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, honey. Sorry. Like, just fucking blew it out. I was like, yeah. Why? She just immediately, look at these incense. Like, lady, why are you... This is a fire hazard right now. Like, you can't light this many.
Yeah, you can't do this. This is a fire hazard.
Like, yeah, like, incense. Like, lady, put that out.
Jeez. What the hell is going on here? Do that
Like,
voice again?
Oh, no.
Do her voice again?
Oh, honey, honey. Bro, I love Africans, but like for some reason,
I do too, but
they love me. Like I used to work at this factory called Lax. It was like fucking African.
Oh, Lax?
Yeah.
Oh.
Fucking African, bro.
I think I went in there and cleaned before at my old company.
But they loved me, like, and I like they loved me, like. Kid you not, one guy he has 5 kids. And, you know, in Africa, they believe in having many kids.
Yeah.
So he wanted 7 more to have 12. Like,
oh, my God.
I think it was like Abraham in the Bible or Jacob. One of them had 12 kids in the Bible.
One of them had 12 kids.
Yeah. So his wife was like, no, he can't. She's not doing it. But he could find someone else to do it.
Oh, like a surrogate.
Yeah. And so he asked me, and I'm just like, what? Wait.
How much was he offered?
Like, at first, I was like, okay, but 7 kids? Like.
Oh, he wants you to do them all?
Yes.
So is he going to pay? Like, just pay
I
for
don't
you
know.
to
Like,
do
he
it?
was like, they will raise the kids and take care of me and stuff. But, like, I don't want to just have.
That's all you got to do.
And then he was like, are you ready now? I'm like, no. Like, I haven't even signed any paperwork. Like, no. Like, I need to read into this. Like,
Yeah, dude.
I was like, yeah.
There's
no.
people that do that though. They do it and then they just get paid to have kids and they just get taken care of, man.
God, that's a seven though. Like,
Oh, but I'm not saying it's an easy gig.
yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that. I mean, my wife's had 2, and like that's like some rough stuff.
Yeah. And I don't have kids, so like to just be, and I don't want to give my kids away and not knowing, you know,
you're always gonna feel like
they're
they're just out there. They came out of your body.
Exactly, and it's just like they're just being raised by like.
It's not like the dude like donating like sperm or something. He's just like, here you go.
No, like that baby's growing in me. Like I'm nurturing that baby. That baby is me.
Yeah,
that's me. So I don't want to just give that away. No, like can't. No,
I don't.
No.
Supposedly you have like 3 days to give away your kid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
you have a kid. You got like 3 days to bring him to like a doctor or anybody like at the hospital or something. Like you
just gotta. I couldn't like. Even if I was, and not jinxing it, like fucking piss poor living in the car. Yeah, no, me and my kids, we're gonna
find a way.
We're gonna find a way. No, I can't.
Dude, I can just walk up to somebody and just be like, here, yep, bye. Like, what are you gonna say? I can't do it. Like, give them a whole sob story.
Yeah. Like yeah, I can't. Like,
I can't.
Like,
you should have thought about this. Like, I don't know.
Like, if it was, God forbid,
a long time ago.
You know, like, and it's bad for like women that get raped and like conceive. And like, what are you doing in that situation?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like.
Oh yes.
Like.
Well, that's why. You know, not the. I don't know. I guess I don't know if it's the biggest reason why, but that's why I think that you should let them decide. Mm-hmm. I don't think you should take that decision away from them. Right. I don't think you should say you should ban abortions and stuff like that. Right. You know, if you're like, you just find out, you're like, oh my God, you know, this happened. Like, no, this can't happen. Do it then. Yeah. That's just the way I feel. Like,
right. I'm the same way. I'm
like my wife's had a miscarriage.
Right.
So and you know, and she was really, really heartbroken about it. And you know, I understand that.
You're right.
That's
of course.
That's the women's,
right.
You know what I mean?
your body.
To me, though, I just tried to rationalize because that's the way, like, kind of like I operate. Is like I try to rationalize things. I'm just trying to rationalize in my head, like, this really wasn't. I'm gonna come off as offensive. Right. Like, just really wasn't like a thing yet. That sounds really bad.
Right.
But like, I don't like it. It was, but trying to rationalize
Right.
like this, there wasn't a shape.
It was, yeah, it wasn't.
There was no shape.
We didn't
there
know
was,
a gender. We didn't.
We didn't know gender. We didn't. There's nothing.
Right.
Like that's, you know, I didn't even
Right.
tend to get on this subject,
Right.
but but that's the way I tried to rationalize it in my head to not be so heartbroken.
Right. God, that's deep, man.
Was that deep?
Yeah, that's deep,
Really? Is
man.
that deep?
Yeah, I'm about to shed a tear. Like, yeah,
Dang.
because like, I think many people have to, like, because we never hear the men's side of it, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
really?
we never hear
I
the
guess you
men's
don't.
side. Yeah, like never, like you really never hear a men's side. You know, the women, yeah, they're yeah, which is natural, you know, because it was party. But you never hear the men's side, like how do they feel about it, or how do they react, or
Yeah.
do they guilt themselves? Do they blame the mother of their child? Do they, you know?
You can't, because the mother is way just deep. Do you need another one? I got
No,
more.
okay.
Okay. I got more water too if you run out.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, that's like, you know, you're supposed to be supportive too, and it's like I can't support you if I'm over here just a
wreck.
wreck.
And then that goes against the stigma, like men have to be like so strong and almighty, and it's just like, okay, they're humans too. They have emotions.
Yeah, it
They
was very
cry.
emotional at first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I bet.
I had like 3-4 days, like 3 days, like well, stuff's got a life,
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
Like I already took 3 days off,
And they're like, yeah, boo hoo, suck it up. We need you back here. Like,
yeah, and it's like, okay, well, you know, so you got to rationalize. That's why I just rationalize. I'm not saying like I did this as a coping
Right.
mechanism. Like this is really what I thought. I said, well, you know, okay, you know, this sucks. You know, we really thought we were gonna do it. We were pregnant. We didn't announce it or anything yet either, which was good. But yeah, it was just like, okay, this is the, you know, it wasn't. We didn't even think names, nothing.
Right.
You know. So yeah, that would be my side of it,
right.
and that's why I would support it. You know, so that way, you know, if somebody is raped or something and they end up pregnant and they're like, I didn't want any of this.
Yeah, because that'd be hard to raise a kid like that, you know?
You
like,
have to accept that fact that you did do it.
Yeah.
And you will never know. But if you can rationalize,
what if the like father wants to be involved? Like, how do you? Like, granted, he's not in prison, you know?
right?
Like, how do you create like? Then you don't want your child growing up like resenting the father or hating the father. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a lot. That's a lot.
because they're locked up. You mean like in prison?
There's all that. Like any scenario where you can think of it. You know, like especially having the child. Like, what age do you tell the child that this happened? Do you even tell the child?
Right.
You know,
I don't know.
it's I feel for people who are in that situation. I just couldn't. Like,
So I don't know, like how would. So what are we telling the child exactly?
like, why is their father like? If the father's in prison, why is the father in prison? Or why do you like if the father wants to be involved, you have to, right? Unless like, because it's like, because you know they get technical, like why you report the rape and la la la, like, you know, stuff like that.
Oh, okay. All right.
So-
I got lost for a minute there.
So-
That's why I was like, what are we? Okay. So you're saying the one that raped wants to be involved.
Right,
Or you tell the child that you raised from the rape
right,
about the dad.
right.
Okay.
So like, how
Yeah.
do you go, like, you know, kids are always gonna want to know who their father
Wow.
is.
How the hell do you can't?
So that's
What do you say? Yeah,
so
that's
those are
right.
things
I don't know what
have
you
to-
say.
You have to think of like when you decide to, or do you just not tell the kid about their father, like, and just move out?
I guess if you're like, you had already like, I don't know, move on and like have another person that comes around and ends up staying with you for a long time. It's just like that's your dad, and then when they get older, to understand what the concept of what a rape is, because there's no other way to explain it.
Right.
There's no other way to explain how this happened.
And then raise your, if you have a son, raise him to be not like his father,
Yeah.
Without telling him about his father, like, don't be like your daddy. Or you be like, what do you mean, Mom? What do you mean, like?
Well, then you just can't say that.
Right.
You just can't. If you're gonna choose to not tell them about it, then you just can't say it.
Right.
You just can't say it at all. You gotta act like it doesn't exist. But then they're they're finally gonna ask someday. They see their kids got.
Your family knows, and like, how do you, like, what if you want the cousins, fighting, like, that's why your daddy,
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's my old daddy. And you're just sitting there like, God damn. I don't even know my daddy.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
Then they have the breakdown at school, and they're like, yo, you got to come pick up your kid. And
Yeah.
you're like, what? And then you're driving home, and they're like, who's my fucking daddy?
Because,
and
people
you're like,
talk. People, especially like Grand Rapids or something.
Dude.
People talk. Like,
Even here in this stupid town, people talk shit. Like, I mean, people talk shit everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Every playground, there's got to be, I mean, I don't know. What name of school you think that wouldn't have shit talking on the playground? I mean, seriously. There's
even Catholic
but
schools.
there's definitely levels of it.
Yeah.
But as a Catholic, if you're doing some sin or something that they think is like,
Right.
You'd probably feel like absolute dog shit.
Right.
You might almost feel the same as somebody like getting told they're like a faggot or something.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're a faggot. Like, that fucking hurts.
That is hurtful.
Or like me when I was running, like with football or something. Oh, like, run, fatty, run. Because I used to be a lot heavier. Like, run, fatty. And you're like, oh, man. Like, I was feeling good, dude. I had the ball. I was running. I was going to get a touchdown. And I was just here, run, fatty. Because they couldn't catch me that one time.
Right.
So I was like, run, fatty. You're like, fuck, man.
Like, you just say my name. Like,
Yeah. Do you know my name? And, dude, the funniest thing about it, this guy's name was Rocky. I'm like, Rocky? Really? Fucking Rocky. It's funny. See, I still remember his name. Still remember his name. He made fun of me in fucking elementary school. So, yeah. We're going to talk about mental illness awareness.
People.
Basically.
Yeah, just talk to somebody. Reach out, man. I've been in therapy.
Because of the times. Because of the times, especially.
Yeah. I've been in therapy through the whole thing. It's been beneficial, because there was a point where I was, suicidal. I put it all on Facebook, but.
Really?
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you want to walk through to any of that or no?
Nah, not right now.
I mean, because it's a hard thing for people to wrap their head around sometimes. For me too, it was like it's hard to wrap your head around getting to that ultimate point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's where you really need to reach out the most. It is to reach out to somebody. Hey, I'm really struggling right now.
Yeah.
This is what's going on. I just need a pal. That's why you got to have that one friend, at least somebody or a family member. Doesn't even have to be a friend. It could be a family member.
Someone you can trust.
It could be somebody like your gaming buddy.
Yeah.
People got gaming buddies that are like their best friends.
Yeah. That's
like
good.
they Twitch and stuff. Like once Twitch came on and then you could like game and like see each other while you're gaming. You could be best friends with somebody in Asia. It doesn't matter.
That's pretty dope.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You want water?
Yes, thank you.
I'm like over here like, where's my cooler?
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you got to reach out, especially because like you could feel like so enclosed.
Right.
Like especially if you are taking it like ultimate, like, this could be my death.
Right.
Like, maybe you have a pre-existing condition or something that really limits how much
Right.
can go out.
Yeah.
And now you're, like, cooped up.
Yeah. And it's just like, oh, it's driving me nuts. Like, being trapped with my own thoughts. And, you know.
And that's kind of what I mean by, like, somebody maybe never felt like that before. Maybe they've never had depression. They've always been like, you know, even keel or cool.
Living life. Yeah.
Living life, you know, nothing gets me down. Live, laugh, love, you know. And then they get
job, social, very social.
very social.
You know,
maybe they have a
out.
pre-existing condition too during this whole thing. Maybe they have one, but they're always like, you know, like some condition, like it's fine for them until COVID hits.
Right.
And now it's this respiratory thing. So now they're really at risk.
Right.
And they could go into like severe bout of depression. But then there's going to be people that will be like, fuck you.
Right.
Look at your life. What do you have to be depressed about?
Yeah, exactly. They're on the outside looking in.
What do you have to be depressed about?
Like, what are you saying? Like,
Like, look at my life.
yeah, I got this on. That's sad, but you don't know.
But that's what I mean by, like, is there, like, levels of, like, yeah, look at her life. It looks like a great, great life. But imagine having that life.
Right.
That's all you've known. That's what you grew up in.
Right.
That's not your fault. And then all of a sudden, you got to stay indoors because you're conditioned and all this. And, like, you got this depression that's, like could be as equal to somebody else that's got way tougher issues, but they've lived a way tougher life.
And they're like, okay, I know.
And they're like, yeah, I know this.
Yeah, I know this is what this is. This is not.
Yeah. Like, you know, shootings, or like say you grow up in somewhere it's like got shootings all the time. Let's just say that. You know, shootings all the time, and you grew up with that. You're just like, this is every day.
Yeah.
I hear this stuff.
Right.
You know, you just stick with your clique and you're good. But to some, you know, and you're like, yo, this is what I live with every day. You want to talk about depressed? You want to talk about being like, you know, like this is where I got to be in my life?
Right.
Compared to somebody like you. But I don't know. Like, it's just all the way you're raised.
Right.
Is what it goes down to. How you're raised, where you're raised. It all leads into that, how you can get depressed and like what it's going to do.
Right. And genetics and all that good stuff too. So.
Oh, genetics too?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. I mean,
is it, or is that proven?
I mean, because I have schizophrenia, so.
Schizophrenia?
Yeah. So.
Oh man, I always think of Me, Myself, and Irene.
So,
It's one of my favorite funny movies.
I love Jim Carrey.
Yeah, dude,
hilarious.
That movie is hilarious.
But he had a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, he did. It wasn't just that. It was not
narcissistic. Like.
Yeah, he had a list of shit.
But he's a very good father.
My favorite part that I always remember is when he's in the sheriff's department or whatever, and he's got to take his pills, and then he needs water.
Oh, they dry mouth. Like,
dry mouth.
I'm like, yeah, ship a water over
Ship a water over here.
So that movie's epic.
Yeah. So anyways, so you have schizophrenia, and that's where you left off, and I went on Jim Carrey.
Yeah, it's hard. And it's just like, you know, you hear shit, you're paranoid all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like one of the most paranoid people. Like, it's just like, yeah, someone's out to get me. Like,
really?
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I just be feeling like people are out to get me, or like I feel like people try to use me or take advantage of me, and just, you know, shit like that. Because like people are reaching out, hey, let's do a show together. Hey, let's do a show together. Hey, let's do a show. It's just like.
And you're like, are they just
like?
And then
why?
you have the questions in your head. Is that what you kind of mean? Like you just start getting all these.
Like like no.
Are they just trying to use me to get on my show?
Yeah, it's like why? Like
why are they trying to do this?
Why
are they really my friends?
Yeah. Why do you need me? Like,
why do you need me?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like, and then sometimes my response may come off like asshole-ish, but it's just like, no, it's just not me. It's my paranoia. Or like
Right.
I'll think people don't like me, and it's just like this, like people who I know care about me, like
Right.
just don't like me,
Right.
and it's like, or they're talking about me. So
Yeah. And you got this. It's more. It's not like. It's more like all the like thoughts, right?
right.
Or is it like really like you hear audibly?
Like I hear this
you
shit.
hear
Like,
this shit.
Yeah, I hear this
you
shit.
hear that it's like telling you.
And it's like, okay,
Wow.
what the fuck? Like,
It's like what the fuck?
Like-
It's no, shut up.
yeah,
You talk
it's
to 'em?
like no, like sometimes, and
Does
like
it help? That was what I mean.
it's like
No, I wasn't trying to
like
make
I try
fun.
not to do it in public.
Well, no.
Yeah, but
Obviously,
it's
I
just
wouldn't
like
be either. I'd be like, no, I mean, now I'm going to draw attention to myself.
right, yeah. Then it's like, who are you talking to? Like, just don't worry.
Stop it!
Like, don't worry about it.
Stop it! She's just trying to cough it through.
No, I just
No.
learned to do some coping skills and stuff. Like I was just look in the mirror and just say, it's not real. It's not real. It's not real.
Do you take any medication for it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
take one pill that got me on right now is Seroquel, and I
Okay.
have to see the psychiatrist to do like to see if I need to be on something stronger or something in addition to,
Yeah.
because like right now, like we know that this is not going to work by itself,
Okay.
which sucks, but then that's where the therapy comes in to
Right.
help with
Help.
yeah, so
Like, so you could just balance it out, kind of like you're
Right.
saying. You know, you're like you got your things that you do. You got you tell yourself in the mirror. You know, this is it real
yeah,
or
so,
whatever.
right, yeah, so
Well, you
but
know,
I've been doing pretty good, you know. It's still like,
well, yeah, it's a struggle.
but yeah,
It's your
it's
but
the
your
biggest
grind.
thing is like my self-doubt. I'm like putting myself
Yeah.
down,
Yeah.
and it's just like, no, don't do that. Like,
No, that's the worst thing you can do.
Right.
You can't really do that. You can't put yourself down, especially when you're trying to do your comedy and
Right.
stuff like that. You know, and even at work.
so yeah,
You just at your daily grind.
yeah,
You keep putting yourself down, like your shit's gonna decline at work too.
yeah. And
You
people are
start
gonna
telling yourself,
notice.
yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna notice there's something wrong. Like, you know.
Yeah, something's up.
So
Something's going on. Like me as a janitor, you know, I'd be
Right.
like, dude, these bathrooms are not like as clean as they used to be or
Right.
something. It's like I used to feel nice when I went in there and take a shit. Now
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck?
like, dude, what?
You should see them fucking toilets in the morning.
Right.
Ugh, these damn factories.
Nah.
People don't know how to take a shit in a factory. I'll tell you what. I've had to clean up shit off the ground twice. I've been there for 2 years. So, like, once a year is still more than enough.
Right. Especially for men. Like, someone was doing that at my job.
Who said it was just men?
Oh, ugh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. I know some women are pretty
We got a
disgusting.
50-50.
Yeah. Some women are pretty disgusted too. But no, we had somebody at our old janitor. She she was trying to narrow down the men's bathroom. Someone would it looked like they were shitting intentionally on the wall. Like,
Oh, I would have been
and
pissed if I was that janitor.
she had a whole. Oh, my job doesn't watch this, but they had a whole she had a list of guy. She was tracking the days, and she had it narrowed down to one person. She just really couldn't prove it, you know. But she was adamant that it's this guy. And once I think about the guy, I'm like, yeah, I can see him doing some disgusting shit like that.
Ooh, they narrowed it down and you knew.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's
gross.
Yeah, because he's a pretty smelly guy too. So
That's weird.
yeah,
It's so
why
weird.
Why would you?
Like they had at my work too, they had they narrowed it down pretty easily because somebody was standing on the seat to poop
Who would?
in the guys' room.
That
So they were
was just-
standing on top of the toilet seat
Mm-hmm.
and then crouching or whatever to poop. Well, there were these couple of old Asian guys that were there. And back where they came from, that's the way they pooped there.
Oh,
They
wow.
poop in a hole, basically. So
Oh, wow.
they kind of narrowed it down to them because they were asking around, or I don't know what they were doing. I just reported all these footprints on the seats all the time. I'm like, why is there footprints on the seats every time I go to clean it? I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
Like, who's standing on the seat? There's
Like, are they peeping into the other stalls?
yeah, like what this is there. No, and it wasn't. This was the thing where I first noticed it was in the back shipping bathroom, which is all just one room, and it's a single stall and a urinal outside. That's it. And I'm just like, why is there footprints all the time over here? So they immediately knew the area it was coming from, and then they looked at the people who were in that area, and that's how they kind of figured it out. But yeah, I'm like, that's weird.
That is weird. Ugh.
Yeah, and then I had to clean up poop off the floor out there one time.
Jesus.
No, I think that was probably somebody coming in, like a trucker. It had to have been. Had to have been. Because truckers, when they come in, if they got to use the bathroom when they're delivering shit or picking up shit, they'll use that bathroom. I'm like, dude, it must have been one of them, man.
Right.
I'm hoping. And you would not believe, like, how many people, like, don't wash their hands.
Oh, yeah, it's disgusting.
It's fucking disgusting.
Like, even
I told my
before
wife
a
I had a
pandemic,
list. I
like-
have a list of, like, people who will not shake their hand.
Ugh.
It's a mental list, but I have it.
Right.
I will not shake their hand.
It's disgusting.
It's gross. I caught this one guy twice in a row, like not washing his hands after in the restroom, because I'll go into the restroom and I will go, and I wash my hands before and after because I'm cleaning, so I got gloves on,
Okay.
and gloves don't block everything,
Right.
and I'm like wiping down toilet seats and urinals and shit. So I'll go wash my hands, and then I'll go to the bathroom, and then I'll wash my hands again. Dude, he just walks out of the stall like straight up after a poop and like doesn't wash his hands.
Ugh.
Dude, gross.
Ugh.
Gross.
Ugh. How do you do that? Like,
How?
like,
How do you do that? That's gross, man.
oh man, and in factories they got that cheap ass toilet paper, so in a
Oh yeah, the cheap ass toilet paper. Yeah, I know. I hate it.
And it broke through your fingers. Ugh.
Dude, we got this one kind by accident. I told them, I was like, you should keep ordering this kind, and they nope. They're like, no, it's too much. I'm like, no, man, everybody's gonna get used to this now.
Recycled fucking.
Dude, people will complain about the dumbest shit in a factory, man. There's somebody that complained that the napkins stunk. I was like, bring your own fucking Kleenex.
Yeah, that's solved issue. Problem solved. Like,
I'm like, nobody else. And guess what? We got fucking new napkins.
Because of napkins? Wow.
Yeah,
He must lose
we
some
got new napkins. We got new napkins because the napkins stunk.
What the hell? How do napkins stink?
I don't know. She must have had like really strong smellers.
Jesus, they stink.
Could you imagine having one of those where you could like smell that good? Where you could be like, a napkin stinks.
Like, like yeah, okay.
Yeah. Like, or I don't know. Where like you can just smell, you walk in, like you can't go in a candle store.
Oh yeah, it's real sensitive. Like yeah.
Like I can't go in there. It's just too strong.
Yeah. I mean that's why we go to Bath and Body Works. Bath and Body Works, their candles are pretty strong. Like
Yeah.
that.
Well, when you walk in, immediately you're getting a strong scent.
Yeah.
But you're like,
The
no.
Yankee candle. Like, oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was on sale.
Yeah.
That's why I'm using it down to the bitter end. You gotta get them on sale.
Yeah.
These Yankee candles are too expensive. For me.
Yeah, yeah. I have a
I don't
few
know about
candles.
you.
I have
like
a few
your
candles.
Comedian salary.
Oh no! See, and then people think that shit too, dude. Like people think that shit, dude. Like they really do it. I'm just like, no, like, like I just work really hard,
Yeah.
I save money, This I'm not getting paid like this for comedy.
dude.
No, like
No. Even as a local band, dude, we're just like we're trying to like scavenge for gas money. Like just give me some gas money.
right? Yeah.
Especially if it was like an out of town show. I'd be like, well, if I play the show, am I guaranteed at least
Just
$30? Like, if depending on where for gas. Do you ask for guarantees for gas, or you just be like, fuck no, I'm playing?
No,
Because I've been there too.
I just be like, yeah. I just be like, I mean,
Like, you gonna let me on the bill?
you-
Hell yeah.
I mean, usually if I'm going out of town, I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
So, depending on that, like what they're paying me, is it worth it? But I mean,
Right.
anything is worth it.
But depending on the venue, sometimes
Yeah,
is
so-
it worth
so-
it to go for free?
Oh, yeah. So
Is it like, do you work it like that too in your head? Like, well, the venue.
right. Yeah.
The venue, like it's a big one, but it's like way up in Traverse City or something. You're
Yeah.
like, fuck, it's like 2.5 hour drive. Well, right, man. Well,
Yeah.
no, Traverse City is farther than that, right?
I don't fucking
Fuck, I
travel.
don't
I don't know. It's far.
God damn, if Rich was here, I'd have him look it up. No, like, yeah, so like you gotta go way up there. I don't know. Like, I would look at it like that sometimes.
Right.
Like for us over here, if we got to go to Detroit and play at like a bigger venue, then I'm like all for it. I'm like, I don't even care. I'll pay the gas.
Yeah.
I don't even care. I
It's-
just want
it's
to play on
worth
that
it,
stage
yeah.
or perform, comedy on that stage. I
Right.
just want to do that stage so much that I'll just do it.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it.
Have you ever ran across people running comedy shows that was kind of like pay for your spot?
No, I've never run across that.
No, they don't have that in the comedy scene.
I mean, it's probably pretty. I mean, I haven't run across that, but I mean,
Well, there's like
Yeah.
there's shows, definitely shows like in the music stuff where you like can basically pay your way on.
like the only thing I could think of that's like that is like the funniest person in Grand Rapids competition. Like you have to pay like,
Dang,
but you get that,
shout out.
but you get that, but you get that refunded back.
What?
I think you get it back though. So it's like a deposit type of thing. So
So you
that's,
put a deposit down.
I think you get it back. I think it's just a guarantee that you're gonna come or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how it's run. I could be
Oh, so
messing
you
it
put
up.
like a deposit down, like,
Right.
yeah, I'm gonna perform.
yeah, and then
And then if you do, you go there, you fulfill your obligation,
right
you perform, and
if
you get your money
don't,
back.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but as far as like, pay me $10, I'll give you like 5 minutes. No, I haven't.
$10.
Like, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there.
No,
I know,
yeah,
but
yeah, no, yeah,
God,
no,
I
no.
really-
That's more for like, bigger shows.
yeah,
like
yeah.
tours.
If it was like worth it, then it's like okay, yeah,
I would.
I'll
I'll
pay.
fucking
like,
tell you right now.
Fucking, if is it, yeah, you want to perform at fucking Apollo Theater? Pay
Yeah.
me. Fuck, okay. You only get 3 minutes. I don't give a
$500
shit.
bucks.
You only get 3 minutes. I don't give a
$500 bucks.
shit.
Yup. You just said yup. $500 bucks.
3 minutes. Okay.
1,000.
Yeah. 3 minutes of fucking Apollo or just
Yeah.
anywhere. Like,
$1,000.
yeah. Shit, Van Danda Arena call me up. You want to,
For 1,000?
not Van Danda.
No.
Nah.
700.
Maybe like 5. Nah, about
450.
450.
450. Oh, not even 5. 499.
For Van Danda is
$5.99.
Van Danda is just like, yeah. Okay.
Van Andel.
Yeah.
That's a
I mean,
big
they had
place.
Paul McCartney, yeah, so
But do they have comedians there?
did they have Kevin Hart? Yeah, they had.
They
few
did.
comedi-
Well,
there were
I
some
guess-
comedy shows, yeah.
Well, I guess Kevin Hart would be more of like the arena guy.
Yeah.
I guess. But I would think, you ever been to 20 Monroe?
Yeah.
I would think that would be a great place for a comedian.
Oh,
If they got that floor with
seats.
seats. If they got the floor with
I
seats.
think they had a comedian there. No, I don't know. I can't remember. It's been so long.
I think that would be a
They
better
had
place for a
DMX there
comedian.
though.
DMX, yeah. Speaking of him, in the
Yeah.
hospital, hopefully
Yeah.
he's all right.
Yeah, they said he was in a vegetative state. Like
Jesus.
Like
Really?
that's
I don't think I could read the article that popped up for me. It was like, he must subscribe. And I was like, fuck.
like it was like he OD'd and had a heart attack. It's like, damn. Like
Yeah.
and then that
What?
goes, and that goes back, yeah, and that goes back into like mental illness where like just check on people, like
Exactly.
like you don't know what people
I
are
don't
going
know,
through. Don't
but-
wait till something like this to like, oh, I love you and type of
Men-
shit.
drug addiction is like, you think it's all mental illness?
I mean, it has to be to make you think that you need like
You don't
because
think
like
you can
why
have
are
like
you
a compulsive personality and you wrapped onto the wrong thing?
and
You
that's
just need to
a
get
mental
off
illness in
that
itself.
thing.
Like I think
Right.
all of it comes back down to your mind because
So-
it's something in your mind telling you
fucked
I
me.
need this.
You were like, yeah, well, that's a mental illness in itself. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, because you think
So
about
what
it
if
like,
it's this
why are you
compulsive
like that?
personality roped into just the wrong thing? You just got to get them off that thing and just give them something
For-
else. Or do
I
you
mean,
have to solve the whole thing
you
at the
ha-
same
You
time?
have to find out why. Okay, find out why. Because usually people, okay, before I knew I had a mental illness, I was very like just acting out, getting in trouble, being an asshole to people, bullying, just downright like, okay, why are you like this? Like,
Yeah.
why are you like this? So, okay, we find the problem. Like, why do you do this? We find out why you do this, and then we find out why this is causing you to do this. Because usually people who do drugs,
like a cookie crumb trail.
Yes.
Back to what it actually is.
Because people who do drugs or alcoholics, they're doing it for a reason. Like, because no one likes getting fucked up. And if you do, that's a mental illness itself. Like, why do you like getting drunk? So it's like a coping thing. Like, why am I drinking so much? Like if I just started drinking more beers, like, you'd be like, shit, what the fuck wrong? Like, you know, like.
Well, I mean, I've had 3, but you know.
Why are you drinking so much, Kyle?
Like, I don't know. This is my time to drink.
But
I don't drink
like,
any really other time.
People who get fucked up.
Yeah, all the time.
And act like
all
assholes.
the time getting fucked up.
And act like assholes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So
definitely.
like, why are you doing this?
Alcoholism.
And there's something causing you to do that. Like, why was DMX taking drugs? Like, why? What?
Yeah. Oh, nice wraparound.
You know, like, why was G doing this? Like, and then that's when people want to show their love. Just like, no, like,
No.
Somewhere down the line, he was showing you signs that he needed help.
Well, that's why I'm not going to go on fucking Facebook and share it and be like, oh my God, you know, hope DMX survived. Like, I didn't know what was going on in his life up until this point. I mean, like obviously, like, I've heard about it and I've listened to his music and stuff. And, like, you know, I'm like, oh shit, that sucks. But I didn't know, like, what he was going through up until this point.
Yeah, exactly. And this is there's people who.
But then you got people like Bam Margera or something. There's like an article every month shared on his, like, journey through alcoholic life or something, whatever he's going on.
That's crazy. They just had a promotion that he just joined Cameo. Only $100 to book him for something.
Book him for $100? Yeah, because he's hard up. He needs that money for
I just looked it up for like whatever, because they sent me an email like, oh, guess who's on Cameo? And I was like, oh, whatever. And it's like, Bam Margera.
Really?
And I just looked it up to see how much. I'm like, I was thinking at least 3.
You're thinking at least 3?
I was thinking at least 3.
It was so low. You were like, I might do this.
Yeah, I was like, okay, like, have him, like, just wish me a happy birthday, like, so I can see cool to everybody. Like, like, Bam Margera wish me a happy birthday.
Yeah, fuck y'all. Remove that Cameo watermark in that video, like, bitch.
Please pronounce my name right. Like, Brianna, like, oh, fuck, he don't know me. Like,
what is it, Brianna?
It's Brianna, yes.
That's the way I thought.
Yeah, Brianna. Like,
Brianna?
Like,
don't. There's no, like, E.
Yeah, it's just like, no, it's not.
No.
That's why I tell people, just call me Brie. Like, because.
I would think Brianne would be like a Brinea.
Yeah.
Brianna.
Yeah.
Right? Well, maybe you could put an H on the end for flair. I mean,
some people spell it like me and pronounce it Brianna.
Yeah, well, so that's why the fucking English Anna, language is so stupid.
Because I thought Anna was what. If I seen a person ANNA, I would think Anna. If I say ANA, I would think Anna.
Really?
Yeah.
I would think the opposite.
So ANNA, you would think
Anna.
And ANA, you would think Anna.
Anna.
See, it's weird. So.
Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
Well, I was listening to a podcast that said that it was talking about. I can't believe we're going to talk about this. It was talking about how, like, African American, the way they speak is different, and there was like some shit about like black speak or something.
Like Ebonics or something like
Ebonics. Yeah. But people called it that. Yeah. With the whole like axe and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's something similar to that, to where you would just think opposite of what I would think.
Oh, it could be, or just how people.
Probably not. Probably made something out of nothing, but I thought of that immediately. I was like, well, maybe. Because I take in podcasts, so I like to remember that stuff.
That's pretty good.
I don't know. But yeah, I would think. I just thought Brianna. I don't know, or Brianna. Sorry, you got me saying Brianna. Damn it. Yeah. I don't know. My name's never a problem. It's just Kyle.
Yeah, you're one in a million that gets it right.
Really?
Yeah. Even people who know me.
Shit on my theory.
Even people who know me personally, like know me, know me, like.
They still say it.
Yes,
Brianna.
And I just fuck it. They're not gonna correct themselves.
Just call me Bree.
Just call me Bree.
Just call me Bree.
Like
fuck you.
Like only Bree. I hate Breezy and.
Breezy?
Yes, I hate no, don't.
You rap?
Like no, don't.
No.
Like Breeze. Like no, don't call me that. Like no, just
Breezy Breeze.
Like just call me Bree.
Bree.
Breezy or Bree. Like
Bree
no.
Bree?
Yeah.
You like Bree?
No, only my grandma calls me that.
No?
No, her and one other person.
So you don't like Bree, other people. But
Just-
you'll let them slide.
Yeah.
Just Bree.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Just Bree.
How are you introduced on stage?
Brianna
Blackburn.
Or they'll say funny girl Bree and then bring me out. So
Would you get to tell them? You could tell them like.
Yeah, I could tell them, but sometimes I just say,
Do you get like stage music all the time or only some of the times?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah. It depends on the show.
Depends on the show.
Yeah.
Who's your go-to stage music?
I actually like to it's either Missy Elliott. Most of the time it's Missy Elliott because I play off that because
You got a joke for it.
yeah, and everyone always tells me I look like Missy Elliott. So
Really?
yeah, I've heard it like all my life, like since I was a kid, like Missy
Really?
Elliott. Yes, all the time. I get
Maybe I'm only used to seeing her in the music videos.
so everyone's Missy Elliott. So my bid is, no, I'm not Missy Elliott, but I'm about to put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Yeah. You know? So white people love it. Like, so,
yeah, I did too. I seen that one. You got a clip of that one online. Somebody posted.
So it's like, yeah,
That was good.
Yes.
I was like watching. I was like, yeah, that was good.
So,
Yeah, you got to play off stuff like that though. When you're on stage, play off your right there. You made a joke coming in right off just your music.
yeah. So the last show I did Saturday, I let the DJ just pick the song.
Oh, you just let him pick it?
Yeah.
And
So I was like, just do it. Yeah.
What was it?
He picked "Girl on Fire" by Alicia Keys.
Okay.
So I just played off that, and I was like, "This girl is on fire," and I have him cut it off, and I was like, "Well, that's one way to tell everybody I have an STD."
You just thought of that,
I just thought of that, like, yeah, just like.
So you kind of good with that? Are you good with like bantering with the crowd?
I like.
Have you had many chances of that?
Yeah, I like to do crowd work. I like to do
Some
comedy
comedians
off
are
my
just
dome.
pretty much crowd work.
Yeah, and I like to do off the dome material, but I'm trying to force myself into writing more because I feel like if I write more, it should be like, wow. You know what I'm
It'd just
saying?
be
Like,
way better.
Yeah, I think so because it's like I actually took my time to put thought into this.
But you can't
show.
lose that.
Right.
That.
Exactly.
Being
So
able
it's like, okay, what do? Do I just make off the dome? Like the comedian, my good friend Devron Thomas, he explained it to me like this. He was like, I love Devron. He's my best friend.
Yeah.
He was like, make coming off the dome that you're like your main chick, and just writing your side piece.
Right. So when you can't come off the dome anymore, then you got your stories or your
Right.
Your stuff to fall back on.
I have that like where it's like, oh, okay,
Right.
this could be like if I'm like up there like fucking up, like I can't get off the dome. Like, okay, what do I do? Okay, go to this joke. Try this joke.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
That's
but
what
you already have it.
Right. And so that's what I'm trying to work on. Sometimes I like say shit that I like off the dome that I know I have to write down because I will forget it because I was just in that moment.
Right.
So like I'm watching old videos like that I did of open mics and I'm like, damn, like I said this and I haven't used it since then. So I'm bringing that back.
Right.
Because it's like, oh, this shit was funny. So I'm bringing that back and trying to, beat off of that.
Right.
So I've been writing those things down. So if I mess up, I can just go back on that.
And now you're like, I'm never gonna release these tapes.
Yeah. Like, I heard that part. No, you haven't. Shut up.
No, you haven't. This is the first time you ever heard that. Y'all weren't out here on my first open mics.
Yes. This is 2 years ago, so shut up. Like,
Do you remember your first open mic?
I do. It was actually at Dr. Grin's.
Dr. Grin's.
Dr. Grin's in Grand Rapids. Yes. That's like the stages of all stages in Grand Rapids.
Okay.
And I did 3 minutes. It was actually on my grandma's birthday.
Wow.
So I made a big day. Like, because I just kept
this was 2019?
2018.
2018. Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Well, it's 2021 April 2021.
Okay, yeah. So 2019. Damn, it's 2019. Damn.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did 2 years. Yeah.
Okay. It's like, dang, dude. I know. Time.
Well, you know what it was. So okay, fucked up situation. I was like 2018 was when like one of the worst years ever, and then going into 2018, I had caught like I got some trouble, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And so 2019, it was traveling into 2019. So I don't know. I'm so fucking confused.
She says I got trouble. Whatever.
like it was following me into 2019 because what happened in 2018 is why I started to pursue comedy.
Okay.
And so yeah, it was at Dr. Grant's. It was 3 minutes. Like I was nervous as shit.
Oh, hell
like,
yeah.
When you watch the video, you can actually hear like my voice breaking because I'm like, this is my first time,
Yeah.
And so
now you watch it and you're like,
oh my God, what a nerd. Like,
yeah.
But it did. They loved it.
They loved it.
They loved it.
When you walked out on stage, did it feel like all hot?
I was just like, oh my God. Like, wow, that was such a relief. Like, it's so many thoughts like, am I going to get booed? Like, and to be honest with you, like, being honest here, I only wrote one joke for that set.
Right.
The rest of that set was just freestyling.
Freestyling.
I did some crowd work. It was crazy because like I did that one joke that I wrote. Boom, they loved it. And it's like, okay,
like, oh shit.
I don't know, I have nothing else to follow up. Like I didn't think they, So there were 3 guys in front of me in the audience, and I was just like, "What up, Jonas Brothers?" And I just like, and I just keep feeding off of that. Yeah. And then it's like, okay, I get the light. It's 2 minutes. I'm like, God, 2 minutes. I'm like, well, that's not usually how long I last in bed. But, and so I'm just feeding off. I'm just doing crowd work. Like, there's another guy right there. I was like, oh, my God, you look creepy as shit. Like
just roasting.
Yeah. So, and then that was it.
And like, if you sit in the front row at a comedy show.
Oh, yeah, you're asking for it. Yeah, you're asking for it. Like, and those 3 guys were just right there. Like, they intentionally went right there.
You were like, this was like a godsend.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, like.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
it's just looking back on that stuff. Like when I look back on my first time on a stage playing music, just like it was some shithole bar, but like it was still awesome.
Yeah.
There was lights on you. That's what I mean. Like, did it feel hot on stage? Because
Yes,
it still probably does to this day.
Yeah,
when you go on, you get because especially as a comedian, you got that light right on.
Oh, like Jesus, it is blinding. That's why I'm switching back to context because it's like my glasses. Like, okay, I can't see. Like, it was. Right. This last show was like the last show I did before I started hosting. Like, I played off that. I'm like, I feel like Ray Charles on this fucking stage. Like, because I couldn't see shit. It's just a light there. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm trying to see, like, because I like to look into my audience. Like, you see that person who's, like, paying attention to you. So you focus on that person, or you see this person, and you, like, in case I need to feed off.
The
like,
eye contact.
Yeah, so in case I need to, like, you see somebody, like, and I see somebody with a funny outfit. I'm going to say something about that.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's the way your mind operates. And that's why he said don't lose that as your main, make that your main piece, and then keep the written stuff.
Right.
That's the fallback. Because that's the way you're operating. You're like looking right at the crowd. Some people probably might not. Yeah. Some people will probably go on there and they're just like, this is my set. If I nail it, I nail it.
Yeah.
I can't lose track.
Yeah, and you just got to do what works for you. That's why everyone's journey is everyone's craft. Like, even though it's comedy, like, everyone approaches it so differently.
Yeah.
And it's just,
but you got to have crowd work, though.
Yeah.
I think you got to have some.
Especially if you have a heckler.
I was just going to say, if you come across a heckler, in your set, you got to be able to, like, work yourself out of that. You can't just try to chug along.
Like some
Everybody's distracted.
yeah, like some people like depending.
Have you ever had one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll either like I'll say something to them and then it's just like okay, then they're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're done.
Just kind of one joke.
Yeah,
shut 'em
they're
up.
done. Or like sometimes I'll be like, like this motherfucker shut the, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, you just start.
then they're done. But I've never come across a person who was just, if they're continuing, then I'm going there with them.
Right.
So okay, now you're my set. So now I'm about to just talk about you, and
Right.
some people love that.
Yeah. Dude, I do.
Some people love that if you're just because they like the attention.
Yeah.
So they're going
I like just listening to it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
So
Somebody go on there, they're set and roast somebody that needed to be roasted.
yeah, but you have to know. That's what that's again like knowing your crowd because do that in the wrong crowd, it can be trouble. So, because some people come to comedy show because I don't know, someone brought them there, but they want to laugh, but like they don't talk about me.
Yeah.
So,
you ever came across that?
Like some people,
Somebody
I
that
could
you're just like, I got a vibe that I should stop.
Yeah, I like this last show because the people were coming in late, but it was just like, yeah, don't say nothing. Just let them sit down.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be like they'll say something back, and then it's gonna be like, oh, I'm up, and you don't want to start the show off
So
like that.
that's the way like you're saying this last show went off.
Like the audience.
Oh, the audience.
So yeah. So it was just like, because people coming late, you're gonna say something, but I'm just like,
look at you.
Yeah, no, like because they're coming in packs, like no.
Yeah, no, I got to make
Maybe
fun
I'll
of the
just
whole
let them
group.
Yeah, wait for them to sit down.
Then you have to have a group joke.
Yeah,
Like here come the.
And some people don't like that
dwarves.
attention. Like, yeah, I'm late. Don't tell people, So you ain't gotta announce it. We know we late, So
Right. So you got some more shows coming up.
Yep. Still hosting again.
Still doing the hosting.
Yep. I got one open mic about mics coming up. JB Whiskey next Tuesday, and then I think I'm somewhere next Wednesday. I can't remember.
But we have another
terrible.
show coming up too, right? Your
like a show. My next show is in
birthday show or no?
Oh yeah, so that is just like a private thing
That's
that
gonna
I'm
be a private
doing.
thing?
Yes, that I'm just doing.
See, I thought that was gonna be.
So
a big-
yeah, that's a private thing that I'm doing for some, but I am having like a few of my close comedian friends roast me. So maybe I'll have.
Is it gonna be filmed?
Yeah, maybe I'll have somebody record that and then release it. But definitely for my 2-year anniversary, if things are still okay, then I might just do like a roasting of Brianna for my 2-year comedy type thing and make it to where like people could buy tickets or whatever.
Yeah, it's a neat idea. I haven't heard of that though.
So-
Like anybody doing something like that around here.
Yeah, so maybe I'll bring it to Holland.
Maybe you should just turn it into like a roast of just anybody.
Oh, and then just keep that going.
Yeah.
Like just start it off with anybody and
Yeah,
people
you're
can
gonna start it
sign
off.
on.
You're the first one.
Yeah, I'm the first one and just keep it going. Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be
you're
pretty,
first.
yeah, that'd be
Your
pretty,
idea.
That'd be pretty cool.
Fuck y'all, I'm the first. Get this shit going.
Yeah, see how it goes. Yeah, that'd be pretty.
I mean, come on. Other people would sign up for it.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like, unless you're just that guy, like you said earlier, that after every set, you're just like, good job.
Like,
Good job, man. Did a great set.
yeah.
Right. Maybe you might be offended.
Yeah. And he's like, you can't get offended. Like I'm like the roasters I got, I know they're gonna like fucking.
But for roasts, you don't have to have a comedian.
Right.
You could start reaching out into other stuff
People,
where like people that are more popular, and then it grows, and then you got I don't know.
Oh yeah, like the roast,
me?
the roast of like they did the roast of the mayor for Laugh Fest.
The mayor,
yeah.
So
So
there
like,
you go. See, you get your own little cult thing going.
so maybe I don't know, like I don't know, police.
Somebody
chief.
would say, "Oh, you're bunny hopping or you're backpacking something."
Yeah.
You watch.
You're just backpacking.
But, so that's how I just stick to my thing. I do have like I did my own show last year. Can I Talk My Shit? Comedy show. So that went pretty well. I was promoting another one that I was trying to do.
At the same time.
It was like a few months later. Then we went back into our shutdown. And so hopefully within the next few months, I plan to bring that back. Hopefully that's what I'm hoping for.
Were you playing like other shows around that time of the kind of talking shit?
I have been thinking about maybe trying to put together a showcase, maybe.
My thing is like, don't oversaturate.
Right.
That's my biggest advice.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm not a comedian.
Right.
I can only come in as in I'm a musician, so we're both entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
But my biggest thing that I was always told was don't oversaturate your market.
Mm-hmm.
Because then whenever you play a show, I'll come at it as just strictly music. Whenever you go play a show, they're just going to be like, we'll catch them 2 weeks later here at the same time. We don't have to go tonight.
I see what you're saying.
And you don't create that demand. You don't create that, fuck, man, well, when's the last time they played a show here?
Right.
It's been like 3 months. I mean, big acts, it could be years. But
Right.
shit, well, I guess we better go. Or it's going to be another 3 months or something. And,
Right.
So it was like, don't oversaturate. But it's hard not to.
Right. Especially as a
sometimes.
comedian, because you have to perform wherever.
And
is
there could
available.
be somebody new there.
Yeah.
Like that's when you're playing the same places all the time. You're like, yeah, but new people could be out this night.
Yeah.
That never heard me before. That's why I think it's a little different as a comedian. Like I can only come at it as a musician.
Right.
But it's like, yeah, just don't oversaturate. Like just too much. And then people just won't come.
Right. I feel you.
But
Well, I hope people still love comedy.
it seems like it's getting hard, huh?
Yeah.
It's got to be hard to make a joke
Yeah.
about like
Because it's like everyone, like, because it seems like maybe people come in, like, they're going to be talking about the same shit, like COVID or, whatever's been happening. But this is like, no, we've been going through other stuff too. Like,
yeah,
come listen, so.
right.
And then you have the cancel culture and people being so sensitive nowadays.
Yes,
And it's
that's
just
what
like,
I mean. It's like, how do you make a joke
like,
about anything? Like anything, so like some of the most funniest jokes are controversial.
yeah,
You know what I mean? You're pushing the line. You're like
Right.
toting that line. You're like, yeah, but it's really funny.
yeah, because I like not trying to be offensive, but I do have a joke about retarded people, and I know where to say it. If I say it here, kills them. They're laughing. If I say it here, boo.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So it's just like, okay,
Timing.
yeah, and know what to say when. But then it's like, okay, like, well, I'm a comedian. Why can't I say that? Like, I'm not talking about someone specifically, or
It's almost like
And
you
it-
have a free pass.
and it's freedom of speech too. Like,
It's freedom of speech. I think you have some sort of like a free pass. Like you're a comedian, you're on stage, you're trying to make me laugh.
right,
If your joke bombs, I'm
Then
not
don't.
going to say you're a racist.
right.
You know what I mean?
And I've heard some jokes that are like, they're like racist, but they're like, huh.
Yeah.
Like
It's funny.
It's funny, yeah. It's like
Yeah.
it's
It was racist
it's
as fuck.
fucked up,
A lot of them are.
but it's fucking hilarious. Like, this person's hilarious. Like, to think of something like that, like,
Yeah.
it's fucking funny.
It is fucking funny.
And some people are
You
just
just got to learn to laugh.
"No."
And even if you don't like the joke, that's where you just got to learn into being like, oh, yeah, it's not my comedy.
Right.
You don't have to go right into fucking canceling somebody
Yeah,
and
it's-
just right into, fuck this guy. They made this joke. It's offensive as hell. And all the that's just not your comedy.
Right.
Like you would have never lasted back in like the 80s and stuff.
Yeah.
When you got people coming on stage like saying real shit, man, and like there's no filter then. Really.
That's why I like Richard Pryor so much. Like, his comedy was just
raw,
just
dude.
fucking, like, what?
It's in your face.
Yeah.
And some people can't handle
No,
it.
they
Some
can't.
people can't handle it. It's like if you can't handle it, you just don't listen to
Yeah.
them. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Just to not listen.
Just don't like him.
Yeah.
That's
That's
it.
okay.
It's easy. Like,
There's people that don't like you. There's
Yeah,
people
it's-
that don't like me.
it's like,
There's people
okay.
that don't like anybody, but you can't let it affect you.
No. It's just like going to like Burger King. You know how many people don't eat Burger King? They
Right.
don't give a shit. They're still in business.
They are still here,
So,
dude.
With their corporation. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter if you don't eat them. Somebody else will like them.
Yeah.
So just don't just leave them alone. And that's just
Exactly.
it. That's the lesson in life. Like if you don't like someone, just leave them alone.
Just
Like,
leave them alone, man.
You don't have to.
You don't have to berate them. You don't have to get down. Just leave it alone.
No,
man.
if you
Mind
don't-
your own business.
If you don't like this type of comedy, then don't do that.
And that's why, like, I'm trying to teach, like, my kids. Just mind your business,
Mm-hmm.
man. If something's going on over here, like, unless it's cool or whatever.
Yeah, or if
like-
somebody's like in a dire need, like if you see them,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But, like, other than that, just mind your own business. That's why you pick your points. Like, like, no, just mind your own business right now. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Leave it alone. I don't need you up in everybody's shit.
No.
Like, especially like me and my wife go to the store just by ourselves for that one time. You know, it's like, oh, no kids with us at the
Right.
store. You know,
Right.
even. And you got the kid running around the aisle, and you're like, son of a bitch,
Like shit. Like
all up in my business. What are you getting? What does it matter to you?
where's your mom?
I need a new spatula. What the hell does it matter? Yeah, where is your mom?
Yeah, like where are you?
Oh, yeah.
That's like
that
used to be a
too.
doctor's office. Like people just let their kids run around. Like, all in your
The
face.
doctor's office?
Yeah, like it was with their kids running
Look at all
around.
the toys and stuff, though.
Yeah.
They draw them right into it, so they all congregate together right
So-
over the same
but-
toy area.
There's always that one kid wandering around, like can't really talk, and then just it just wanders to you, and it's like, what do you want, kid?
Why does it always come to you?
Like, what do you want, kid? Like,
yeah, what do you want?
like, yeah, hi, yeah, bye, go.
Hi, go. They got like a snotty nose. too.
Yeah, and the parent, I'm so sorry. Like, no,
Oh,
lady,
I'm so sorry.
You literally watched your child just walk to me, barely making it. Like this kid just learned how to walk. Like you just watched your kid do this.
And then they come back later and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. They must like you."
Yeah, because they must. They never do that to. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay, bitch.
Yeah, they do this to every fucking body.
Every
They must
fucking
don't
body.
like you. Like
I ain't special. It's you.
it's the parent. Blink twice, kid. Like,
Yeah, what do you do to this kid at home?
yeah, it's born into strangers. Yeah, what do you? You bitch.
Well, this was really fun.
Yeah, it
Having you
was.
come on. We didn't get our video guy, but I think we fared well. So, yeah. But everybody should come check you out at a venue near you. Be on the lookout. How can people find you?
On Instagram at that funny girl Bree BRI, and on Facebook
What was that?
because BRI because some people put BRE
Oh,
like a lot of people.
BRI.
Yes, funny girl Bree BRI. Some people put
Yeah.
BRE or EE with a little accent. Like no,
Yeah, no.
like no.
BRI.
BRI. That funny girl Bree, and I'm on Facebook at Brianna Blackburn. So.
There you go. Follow her. Keep up on the shows. All the people in the local circuit, too.
Yeah,
We can all
everybody.
use your support.
Yes,
Well, it's
comedy, music, everything.
really fun
Entertainment.
having you on.
Thank you. I had fun being